What's going on, everybody? John out here with you. The players are just coming out on the ice, and I should pinch myself because I just missed a little bit of the pregame that I did a couple days ago. But we're back here, and it is time for a 2-2 series deadlock to figure out to see what happens and who goes up 3-2 in this game 5. So as the players continue to come out on the ice for the Firebirds, and you see the pyrotechnics again, I will give you a little bit of the reset as far as everything else that happens. So let's get into it. Again, Coachella Valley opened this series 4-3 with a pair of goals in the first and second, enough to hold off the Bears. John Hayden shorthanded, Ryan Winterton, they both had two. Coachella Valley took 5 penalties. Chris Trigger only had to stop 16 and 19 in the victory. Joe Snively and Hendrix LaPierre power play goal each square for the Bears. Bears take 4 infractions in the loss. Team is beat up, avoided the reverse sweep against the Cleveland Monsters. Oh boy, we're going to be talking about reverse sweep possibly on the Monday side in Stanley Cup Final Game 7. Hunter Shepard just 19 of 23 in the loss. Hershey won 5-2 in Game 2. Hardy Amanakta with a pair. Pierre Dubé, Jimmy Huntington, and Ivan Marisnichenko all score. In Game 3, Coachella Valley shifts in the 2-3-2 arena, and it looked like the Firebirds were a different team. Leighton Reed, Ryan Winterton, Shane Wright scored 4 unanswered tallies after the Bears tied the game 2-2 on efforts from Alex Limoges and Hunter Babinski. An incorrect starting lineup bench minor in Game 3, served by Ethan Frank just 30 seconds into the game. Jocelyn Nicolette is going to be the national anthem singer here for Coachella Valley. And then Abby Carter in Game 5, the latest American Idol winner, that was an absolute slam dunk. So they're definitely getting it out right. In Game 4, in which we covered, Hershey won with a pair. It was a penalty-filled affair alongside an excellent performance from the latest American Idol winner and native Abby Carter. 14 infractions. Coachella Valley goals. Shane Wright with a backhand forehand to the net, and Evans gets the wrister off despite being tripped for a goal on both knees. Frank, who banked it off of Drager, and Hendrix LaPierre. Again, the Frank goal was kind of like Connor McDavid inside the opposite circles. Hendrix LaPierre passed for backdoor late period goals. GWG for Joe Snively for the Washington Capital affiliate Hershey Bears, as they finally got pay dirt on special 6 power play opportunities, and on the 6-1, Hershey scores early in the third. Both goalies make 22 saves. Drigger takes the loss. Shepard takes the win. So what do I expect to see tonight? Again, the one thing I am hopeful for, and I can say this on both, this as a conscientious observer here, and being able to breathe. Again, this is my fun assignment as far as everything else that happens tonight. But I expect both teams to stay away from those 14 infractions. They got to keep this a hell of a lot cleaner than it ever was in the Game 4 side. Valley continues to give up penalties and hand them out like Pez dispenser candy. Well, then this one will be an advantage for the Hershey Bears with 2 closeout opportunities to go back to Chocolate Town in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's the way it's got to be. There really is no other way that I can see this at this point. You got to Valley. They had such a slow start with the amount of shots, a la Florida Panthers in the last 3 games, especially in the first period on the NHL side. So Student Each, Shore, Hayden, McCormick, Morrison, Lind, Hughes, Wright, Winterton, Layden Reed, Hinman, and Melanson. We'll kind of move this lineup around a little bit. Shane Wright is going to center that third line with Hughes and Winterton. That might be one of their best lines. Youngsters and potentiality here for the Seattle Kraken in the future working forward. So Dylan McElrath and the captain take the customary puck drop for ceremonial. Justin Phillipson, Cal Fleury, Riker Evans, Connor Carrick, Jimmy Schultz, and Bill Ottoman will be the bottom line defense for Dan Bowles' squad. For the Hershey Bears, let me get this set up for you as well. Again, it's the same for them. Chris Drieger starting for the Firebirds, Hunter Shepard for the Hershey Bears, Should be Joe Snively, Rick Sloppier, Ivan Mrstchenko, Hunter Rabinski, Mike Vecchione, Matt Strome, Riley Sutter, Oregon Trinev. On defense, Party, Almanaktil, Dylan McElrath, Jake Massey, Nicky Lieberman, Logan Day. So we're underway at the Acrisure Arena. And John, out here with you on the call. It's a pivotal game 5. We'll see who gets this swing game. As Chris Drager sends us around the end boards now. Hershey Bears in the road whites with the black pants and the yellow striping. Again, the Firebirds logo is pretty sick on that side. The Seattle Kraken and the Firebirds. Down, making a play was Lynn. As this is put behind the net. Now to the right side, Hershey Bears will send this around the embankment. Right side boards. Glad you could join me here. I know this is going to be a solo call on the Twitter side. We're happy to get some AHL Calder Cup action because it's a big game tonight. Off the turn and half spin. There's an opportunity. Pick this one off the backhand. Student each try to center us out in front of Shepard, and he stops it with the left pad as the Bears now get a collect. Try to get this one in between the line changes. They'll just dump it in. Everybody was on the edge of their shift about a minute 10. Again, you want to keep those running on a 2-minute 30 shift and score on a power play. I can do. As this is now to the left side, this is dumped in by the Coachella Valley Firebirds on the side for Kel Fleury. This is near the left side boards now as Hershey trying to find it. This is a good chip ahead, but this will be as this gets away from his stick. And an opportunity now for Mrstchenko to go ahead and look and see what he wants to do on the forecheck as we get a 2-on-2 the other way. Firebirds try to send this pass across as this goes to McCrean, the left side dot. Picked up now across the boards. This is a turnaround and spin for Hershey. They'll have it in their own end for Hardy on Octel. Octel makes a nice move around Jacob Melanson, and this will be sent in. Firebirds now will pick this one in up off the backhand from Shane Wright. And this is collaborated in between the players' bench and sent in deep by Hershey. As they'll have to start this again and off the wall. Picked up now by Hershey off the back skate. Lieberman on the back end side for Todd Nelson's squad. I'll pick this up off the back end. I'll have to send this around to his forward side. As Hunter Rabinski can't get a hold of it. It's a break now for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. And behind the cage of Butterfly near the left post. Can they hold it in from the point? And this shot gets blocked. As Vecchione tries to get a piece of it. This will be recollected now as we get Let's Go Firebirds chants right now. Everybody on their feet right now. From everything that I've told them, what I see on the outside, it's a rink that holds about 15,000 and everybody loves it. We're going to get an immediate penalty. There was a lot of offensive zone calls against Coachella Valley in Game 4, and there were infractions that needed to be called, but 3 of them in Game 4, and it looks like we're already going to start Game 5 just 17:09 in with a call. So Cole Lynn looks like he might be going to the box for a trip or some sort of infraction. They're showing him going to the players. His glass is a little bit above his head, looking into plays, looking on the iPad side, but month's time, he'll be the head coach of the Seattle Kraken. Series power play 3 for 16 Hershey, 1 for 14 Coachella Valley, so none of these teams burners just yet. They got to turn the pilot light on as this one's sent back down the ice off the long flip. Opportunity now for Hunter Shepard to slow this one down. And Hershey had 6 power plays in Game 4, 1 for 6. Joe Snively ended up scoring the game winner early in the third. He's got the puck down to his number 21. As they'll find the entry now across the red one. Coachella. This is heavily contested as it gets knocked away from Ethan Frank. Snively now. 1D. That's what happens on a lot of these power plays. Snively now at the point. We'll get this here for Hendrix Lapierre. Waiting on the right side, Dubé. Right side, right through the slot. And sent back down now. Full sail clear here for the Firebirds. Let's look at the cheer from the crowd. Again, Monday, 6. That's the same day as Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. So I'm not going to be able to cover that with you. I'll be alongside the boys, Alec Nava and Cooper Hopkins, on the Monday side about 8:15. So we have some fun here on the Thursday and the Saturday side, though. We'll get some AHL games. If this does get to Game 7, I will see you Wednesday, though. As this will be sent back around the end boards for Drieger, who will slow it down. We'll hit this off the embankment. And this will work out for the Firebirds. Short-handed. It was a full sail pass from 150 for Drieger. And now off the counter, it's the Bears to the right side. Dot, what a pass. It's Vecchione. Will settle it back down. This is near the right side as if to be spin and turn around side for Lemoyne. Opportunity now, Snively still back out there. Vecchione back for Snively. Here's a slapper. This one goes wide. It didn't hit Drieger. Bears have the puck possession. Risnachenko waiting on the off wing is in Ovechkin's office. Pass comes across, but it gets blocked. Here's a big rocket. This one hit the embankment. And Firebirds able to kill this one out. Off the backhand now. And maybe off to the races. It's a 2-on-1. The wrister gets short. We're emerged from the penalty box. This is lifted all the way down, and this will be iced against the Bears as we essentially get our first stoppage. 0-0 as we're at Acrisure Arena. Good action so far. Anyone that joins in on the Twitter Space YouTube side of John Ryan, I humbly appreciate it. And thanks again to AHL Network to be able to carry this so I can go ahead and cover it. So offensive zone draw off the icing. This was against the Bears. Riley going to go out to take it here. This is against Student H. Sutter will win it on the fourth line side for Todd Nelson's squad, but it's very contested. Big slap shot from Riker Evans. This one goes wide. Turnaround chance. And Hunter Shepard able to get a piece of it all as he denied Leighton Roach. 14:42 left to go in the first. I think the shots, again, they haven't 3 aside and between both. Not a bunch of action just yet, but at least only one penalty so far. We're in Palm Desert, California here, so at least I got the storyline as far as the subtitle correct in the story. As Hardy Almanactel will get this pass across, and this fourth line for Nelson's squad. Almanactel should get this near the left point. As this is a rematch of last year when game Hershey Bears were able to claim the Calder Cup. These two teams meet again. Hershey has had a lot of mileage on them over the last couple of seasons, and they were very beat up. They did avoid the reverse sweep, winning in Game 7 against the Cleveland Monsters. That's what the Florida Panthers are trying to do because the Edmonton Oilers are pushing to the brink on the Monday side. As it's still a 0-0 game here, and this one goes out of play. We'll get a center ice draw of 14:01 in the first. Center ice draw right at the logo. And I think we'll have to do this again. This is already the second time that's been done. Here's some odds presented by FanDuel for the Conn Smythe. Just a few days ago, Connor McDavid was plus 300. Now he's minus 3,000. If you would put that on there early, you would have made some cash. As this is picked up now, Ethan Frank off the spin and turn is Snively. He gets hit by Max McCormick, the captaincy for Coachella Valley. It's a point Lieberman with a wrister. This one goes wide. Another opportunity now for LaPierre. And at the point, Lieberman sends it across. This is tipped. It gets blocked. It goes off of Frank. He's still trying to fight it near the right side. Good work there for Lieberman. Just holds that blue one. As this one sent in. Snipe behind the cage. Good puck possession here for Hershey. They'll take this one D-to-D. Shot deflected before it ever hit Drieger. And Max McCormick mercifully off the backhand. We'll get this one at least back to the neutral zone before the forwards can take a change. So everybody getting settled here as Florida will play for the first goal of the game in Game 4. He'll make a diving play off the backhand and set up Shane Wright coast-to-coast backhand forehand. As this works in behind the cage now, Hunter Shepard was watching. Bears trying to attack on a 3-on-2. Here's a chance up the left wing side backhand. This will go off the outside of the cage. This bounces off the glass, sent back into the neutral zone now. Well, Hardy Almanactel will watch. And near the right side, D from Dylan McElrath. McElrath, as it's Logan Day, We'll get back around to it. Gives it now for Hamanakto. Now across the right side dot. As this will be flipped in across the chip by Jimmy Huntington. And no problem there for Chris Drager. He'll just hold on to it. Doesn't want to take any chances. With 12-17 left to go in the first. Looks like we'll take our first media timeout.
There's an easier way with Thumbtack. Download the app today and care for your home from top to bottom. Throughout humanity's existence, there have been ideal accomplishments, simple changes that redefine everything. For example, this is the last moment you ever think of soda as being a dirty word. That's because this soda, Poppy, is not that soda. Instead, it has all the flavor. The future of soda is now, and it's called Poppy.
This is the story of the one who believes being prepared is not just a way of life, it's everyone stays safe. He sweats the small stuff before it becomes big stuff. For the one, being an unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes is just how he likes it. The industrial wood products you need to deliver fast. Call Ranger.com or stop by Ranger, the ones. Witness AHL history as elite future stars take center stage at Sphere, the most extraordinary venue in Vegas. The Upper Deck NHL Draft. Buy your tickets now at NHL.com/draft tickets. Nightly highlights, live games, and insightful analysis. This is NHL Network.
Offensive zone draw as we return from the break for the Hershey Bears. This will go to the left side, and Coachella Valley tries to get this one from 50, as this will be intercepted and sent back down the ice. This will be blown dead against the Bears, and Coachella Valley will now get an offensive. We'll get more Let's Go Firebirds chants. Again, you kind of wonder if we're going to hear some We Want the Cup chants. You finally heard that for the first time at Rogers in Game 6. It was a 3-0 series and then went 3-3. This one's been back and forth, seesaw affair, but Coachella really needs to cut down on those penalties. Third line for Nelson Swan will take the draw for the Bears. They'll win first coverage for Game 4 and the look of the series with a lot of wins in the circles for the Bears, and it worked out pretty well for them. On that side, as I tongue-tie myself. This is near the right side, and now Firebirds get the steal. Being hounded as this bounces off the stripes. An opportunity now for Jake Massey. Send this one in right off the rush near the left side. Drieger makes the pad save and a rebound goes wide as this was just sent away on the other side for Hendrix LaPierre. Firebirds try to take it the other way alongside Steve. This one is right in the catching glove of Hunter Shepard as we will get some meeting in front of his cage. Shepard looks pretty unbothered, kind of like how Stuart Skinner was on the other end. But Hunter Shepard, he's had some time with the Washington Capitals, and again, we talked about the other day that trade, PLD and Darcy Kemper. Hunter Shepard comes the backup alongside Charlie Lindgren. Mike Vecchione, I'm looking on the side of the throat there if he's got any bruises or bandages or any protection from taking a puck pretty much right to the pipes. And I'm not seeing that there as far as any bruising. Looks no worse for wear. That was definitely a scary sight. Defensive zone draw. This one is picked up. Bears now try to get this out of their own end as they'll flip this one down across for Dylan McElrath. Flag 11:09 as we'll get another draw upcoming here. This is Firebirds territory. That's the shirts that they have on right now. Those jerseys also designs. I want to see if I can get a jersey there on that, to be honest. I'll have to ask Cooper Hopkins about that. One is very sick. Even match, they'd be pretty cool too, especially if they won it. This will be sent back around the end boards. Picked up backskate from Logan Morrison. An opportunity for a nice move, one-handed for Jacob Melanson. Able to push him off sides though. And Coachella Valley will have to do this into the neutral. 10:56 left to go in the first. John out here with you. I'm McCall following along on NHL Network, being able to carry between. So I want to keep the pipe sharp and I want to have some fun. Honestly, again, as I said, this makes it a lot easier just to be able to breathe and cover a game without the added pressure on this side. You can just have fun with it. So neutral zone draw. This one is won by Morrison. Now off the left side red line, Firebirds able to send this one in. Coachella Valley gets hit a couple times as Lynn couldn't find it. He's taken down into the right side board. It is a big hit. That might be a penalty on the other side for the Hershey Bears. For Dylan McElrath, certainly looked like he got a cross check to one of the Firebirds, and that was a nasty one. As Coachella is really trying to plead their case. We'll see who's going to go to the box here. It might be Bogan Trainab who they have, but I thought it was initially McElrath, the defensive side 42, the former Red Wing. But I think Coachella might be going to the power play here because you had a lot of a stick shove that went pretty clean. Unless the refs are going to say no, I guess not. Because what surprises me about that, 14 penalties in game 4. Maybe they're just going to give everybody a little bit more of a leeway. I don't know if that hit was necessarily clean, but it was heavy. Opportunity now for the Bears. Day will pick this one up off the draw wing and send this one down off a long flick from 100. Opportunity now, Olofsson. Try to start this again for Fleury. And off the left side, this will be picked up now by the full flight up. A 1-on-4. Take the risk, or this one gets blocked by the Firebirds defense. Again, they had all the numbers back. Turnaround chance. Ethan Frank fires it wide of the left post as we're getting close to ending the halfway through the first period. Again, I'd be able to use the pipes a little bit more, but with the added off day in on Sunday, any sort of OT, this series has been a hell of a lot more tight from this game than anything that we've ever saw within the first 6. On the other side, Guffel score off the rebound. Cool. 1-0 Firebirds. 3 rebounds. Riker Evans probably played into that as well. All sorts of traffic out in front. Hunter Shepard makes a couple saves. It looked like Morrison's the first. Let me see what we can get on the replay. Connor Carrick will send this one off the left pad of Shepard. I think this is going to be Cole Lynn's goal. Carrick throws it out. Lynn gets a third rebound opportunity as the puck was very loose. And it's a goal for Coachella Valley. 9:55 left to go in the first. Firebirds get first blood. Again, this is a giant game because whoever wins this game 5 takes a 3-2 series lead. So this is a swing game to its fullest. So Firebirds fans have a lot to celebrate about. They might have something again. Here's a chance off the wrister, goes off the right post. And on a play, 9:36 as they'll take a commercial break. Coachella Valley on the board.
Are you certain you can fix that? Yeah, click here and there. Are you for infinite certain? Certainty matters, like the certainty of Lisa, Joshua, Robin, Haley, and 4 Pro product experts dedicated to working with you, for you, every step of the way. Make certain your logo, your organization, and 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
When everything hurts, you need relief that's really nice. Title, the cryotherapy spray that goes beyond cooling to take control of the pain. Now the best-selling pain relief spray has gotten even better with an easy press activator to get the perfect coverage and dose with no rubbing needed.
It smells really good. It relieves the pain quickly so I can continue doing what I love.
It's compact, it travels easy, I can take it everywhere.
Get the all-new cryotherapy spray and the full line of Title products online or at your favorite retailer. not saying he's a busy goalie. When you're busy goalie is scoring, it creates goals.
So as we check back in from the second commercial break, we are 9:30 left to go here in the first. Cole Lind gets the Coachella Valley Firebirds on the board. Backhand opportunities very loose again. This time Hunter Shepard does some housekeeping in front of his creases. Ryan Winterton was on the attack. He got that third line alongside Wright and Winterton. Very difficult to deal with. You got some bodies that are well over 6 feet and traffic issues on the Coachella Valley side for the feed as far as the audio. So I try to turn up the TV a little bit extra. If it has any sort of feedback there, you let me know because I'll just give you a play by play. On the YouTube side, if I could show the game, I definitely would. Shots on goal 5-2. Goland is unreal. Go to your room, CV power play. That side of it. Instead of go to the room, it's going to go to the box. Coachella Valley is going to get a power play here. So we'll try to see as some young fan has a Seattle Kraken jacket on. So definitely know where they are right now. 0 for 1 on the power play was Hershey. Coachella Valley is going to get their 14 infractions in game 4. They already scored and now they get a power play just Coachella Valley. What are they going to do here? As it's now off the left side. Picked up now by McCormick. And this will be sent back down by the Chocolate Town faithful, Hershey Bears. Being an opportunity now for Riker Evans. He's got a lot of speed. I like his upside. And alongside Shane Wright, you think as they can get more seasoning, Riker Evans especially, could be a steal and a second round pick. I think he can do well for Seattle. As this one sent back down, you should be very familiar with Dan Bowlesma, being his coach now and being in a few months. Picked up now off the backhand. And across the Firebirds logo, Coachella Valley looks to get settled. Find the entry across the left wing. Shore goes offsides. 8:37 left to go in the first. 1:11 left on the first power play for Coachella Valley. So Devin Shore, we seen him with Stars, the Edmonton Oilers. And the Mick Connor Carrick has had a long career in the NHL. Marion Student each have some names that you're pretty familiar with. There is a lot of company and a lot of experience here for Coachella Valley. And when you pace that alongside guys that have been there, like and some of the youngsters like Ryan Winterton and Shane Wright, this is a pretty talented AHL squad with some NHLers that are going to be making their come up pretty soon as mains. Now behind the cage, Coachella Valley looks to get started again. This will be near the right as this is sent back in. Off the right side, Firebirds will have to get off a half spin as it goes across the right wall. Sends this one here for across. Back to Kale. Kale fakes the slapper near the right side. This is still kept on the outside. Flurry one more time. This is just near the left side red line. Chance out in front. Hunter Shepard makes a right pad save. Good work there. Back now for Flurry. Keep it in the zone. Touch. That one goes wide for Cameron Hughes. Good work now for the Firebirds. Starting to get some shots here and some traction. The Bears are up against it. Pass across. This was fed from Luke Henman. And Hershey mercifully clears it out as they'll settle it back down across here for. So Fleury can settle it down off the back skate. Henman will watch. Here's a long outstretched pass. This will be collected by Devin Short off the turnaround. He tried to dump it out in front of the slot. This was picked off by Hardy Almanactel. 7:05 left to go on the first. Found in. Right for Snively now. Off the pin. They'll spin and pivot. Bears try to keep it in. And now playing with speed. Here's an opportunity for Hayden. As this one is intercepted right in between the circles. Try to leave a pass. And it's picked off now by the Bears. Snively settle it down. And off the back skate, here's a big slap shot. This one blocked. Coachella Valley will see this be played without. As Luke Hinman adds speed, but it'll have to go back. 6:38 left to go on the first. Cole Lind has the opener right now. And we will see if that continues or if we get anything more here for Coachella or if Hershey can find a way because in game 4, It was a late first period and late second period goals that kind of turned the tide and then made sure Hershey won the game 3-2 when Snively scored on the sixth power play. So Morosnichenko will go ahead and we'll take this one alongside Jimmy Huntington. Huntington can't win it. Shore able to get it clean. This is spun around the embankment. Picked up now for Alex Limoges. Limoges now, as this one is bounced away from Huntington. Firebirds committed two to the break the other way. But around the end boards now and across the right off the spin and through. Limoges still doing yeoman's work with it. It's Coachella Valley. Devin Shore will find it now and across the boards. Picked up now near the right side. This one will get blocked before it ever hits Shepard. Hershey, as this one still kept in by Coachella Valley. Off this is an opportunity right out in front, and this will be picked up by Hershey. See if they can find a way to escape here alongside Jake Massey, who's pinned against the wall. He got hit pretty hard. 5:40 left to go. So Otavainen has this one now alongside Riker Evans. Just in case they're needed, is they're going to get this elongated control breakout. There's a long outstretch shot. This one goes wide and out of play. That was a good opportunity there for Cole Lind, and he missed it all. That would have been his second. We'll take another break.
My brother may think he's a better golfer, a more witty conversationalist. He may think he's superior, but he's not. Because I switched to the same coverage for the half the cost. He may have miles difference, but I pay less for wireless. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. This is the one who knows everyone stay safe. An unsung hero full of everyday heroes is just how he likes it. The industrial grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by Granger for the ones who get it done.
Get customizable furniture at joybird.com that complements yours with dream size. Purpose? Create your dream space with Joybird. Shop an unparalleled selection at joybird.com.
Shot by Cole Lind. A great output pass from Billy on the to set it up. Great job of using the lineman as a pick on the defenseman. Stepping around him gets a good opportunity.
That's great eyes, Jersey, 100%. And take advantage of all the things that you can, right? Can't call penalty on the line time for second thing. Or maybe you can, actually.
This will be another draw that we'll have to do over against one in the offensive zone for Coachella Valley. 1-0 courtesy of Cole Lind. And then Cole Lind try to get this draw right in off the backhand. He'll do so. Hershey has this one contested on the net. This is a floating puck. And this will be a Finsky able to get this one back from Morosnichenko. And this should be popped out in front to the left side of the red line. Back in behind the cage now of Chris Drieger. Haven't been able to call his name a lot. Hershey hasn't had a lot of chances just yet. As this one played in off the backhand. It bounced off Vecchione. Coming toward the net now. It's stopped by Drieger with the left pad turnaround chance. This one goes wide. Good work now here for the Bears. They'll keep this near the right side. Bounces. Vecchione trying to pick it up. Here's a bomb. This is fake now. Back in behind the cage and maybe a tripping call against Coachella Valley. They were dealing with the pressure from the Hershey Bears, and Hardy Almanoctel, he kind of took it the whole way. Otavainen's going to go to the box, getting the stick in the lane. So Bears go to the power play here. It's their second one. Again, they had 6 in this game 4 side in which we called. Jimmy Schultz doesn't look too happy, but Almanoctel did an excellent job keeping his feet moving and it forced CB to be able to take a penalty there. 4-9 left to go in the first. Hendricks LaPierre will get set to take the draw here for the Bears. See if they can get even. They've been able to do that late in the first and second period of Game 4. Heyman can't win the draw, but he will get it off the second effort now as this one's sent back down. Hunter Shepard will stop it from 180 feet. An opportunity now for Joe Snively in behind his cage. 4:25 left to go in the first. John Under with you on the solo call. Watching this one on AHL Network, we got the Coachella Valley V in this 2-3-2 format. Limoges with a bounce. Will send it in, gain the entry. Opportunity now for Limoges to go and chase, but Coachella Valley able to kill some time here. Make a smart play, get some skating off. This could be an opportunity to actually get this off the clear, but Coachella thought better of it. They'll just peel back and get their defense set. Snively. He doesn't want to be the puck carrier. Goes across. Sent in off the left side red line now, Limoges. This is tipped. Bears trying to get a piece of it on the right side red line. As this will go D to D. Cameron Hughes is trying to keep everybody on the outside right now, near that right wall, and across the circle now. Opportunity now, Snively, high slot. Touched by Ethan Snively. Good puck movement here for the Bears. Can't find anything just yet. Touch pass in between the dots. That got blocked before it ever hit Drieger. Left side red line now. Bears emerge. Frank, big ripper, and what a stop by Drieger! Falling on his wallet. Not 3:19 left to go in the first. Ethan Frank had all day. He had that look in Ovechkin's office as he wired that one Drieger and made him fall down to the seat of his pants. But he got that one in the trapper. That was a beautiful one-knee one-timer just outside the left dot. Drieger makes his best save of the game early. 41 seconds left to go in the Bears' second power play. Jimmy against John Hayden. This is very contested. Bears got all tied up, all sorts of contact after that draw win. And Hunter Shepard will now settle it back down. 3:05 left to go in first. Ethan Frank got absolutely robbed on that one-timer. This should definitely be a 1-1 game. That's good goaltending there. And off the rush now. Bears have numbers here, and not just because of the power play. They'll send this one D to D. Now they'll slow it down. Here's a pass. Near the right side dot, still looking for a lane. Power play down to 5. Good chance near the right circle. This one gets blocked. Turnaround chance. Now collected across the slot. Picked up down by Maristachenko. In between the skates for Vecchione. Can the Bears get a stick on it? And this will be an outstretched field. Picked up now by Hershey in their own end. So Coachella Valley gets the clear, and Chris Drieger makes an excellent save to keep this one 1-0. Game 5 early. 8-5 are the shots on goal for the Firebirds. There's this one sent in. Drieger slows it down. Now to the right side boards. Bears trying to get a little bit of forecheck here. They're doing some good work with that. As Bogan Trinev couldn't find it off the second effort. This bounces away from Day. Hunter Shepard will poke a stick at it. Just get this away for Hershey as they can try to transition from right to left for the rest of this first. Hardy on Octil. We'll play this one now as it'll go D to D. Octil now back with it. We'll throw it up softly to the forwards here as this was some good work. It'll go right in the webbing of the catching glove for Drieger off a long chance. And Trent 1:44 left to go in the first. John Under with you on the AHL Network, carrying the AHL TV feed for Coachella Valley. As Chris Drieger has got the Firebirds jersey with the Kraken helmet. He's got the mix of it all right now. Cole Lind, looking at him on the camera shots, he's got the only goal of this game right now. I absolutely love that logo with the fire breathing on that side, the emergence of the Phoenix on that side. Really, that's excellent work. And that's a clean color scheme as well because you get the Seattle Kraken blue on the inside as well. Picked up now off the backhand. Hendricks LaPierre can't win it clean. And now Coachella Valley can try to see what they can do in 90 seconds of the period. Very elongated break, kind of like Victor Hedman would do with the Tampa Bay Lightning. There's this one sent back down. Firebirds try to race for it, actually. It'll be Nicky Lieberman able to get to it first. And this is... And it looks like Cole Lind and Devin Shore don't have anything to worry about here. They're not even acting like it is, as the refs were reconvening here with $1:20 left. So again, they got CCM jerseys, but on the other side for NHL, they're dealing with some Fanatic stuff. I know the players get different things than the fans do, but CCM was a good company. I was kind of surprised that Gary Bettman sold off for the money that much for Fanatics for about a decade. It's kind of sad, but you got to get what the players can get, and you know you don't have to worry about it. This is picked up now for Snively off the second effort, and now the defense falls down actually effort now. Coachella Valley trying to find this one. They're hemorrhaged in their own end right now. It was just 1-1 forechecker, but one of the Firebirds fell down in their own end, down to 50. Now the Bears will see this their own way. Haman Octel able to make a nice play in between two defenders and casually shovel the backhand ahead. Opportunity now is Jimmy Huntington. Try to go 1-on-3. Down to 35 seconds. He finishes his check. Firebirds now try to take it left to right for the last 30 seconds. Bears see this in their own end right now. Good opportunity there for Chase Prisky. Prisky now will be able to just get this out now. Bounced off a couple Bears. Down to 15 seconds. This will be chipped and near the left side. Picked in off the wall. Opportunity. Will have it in his own end. Out of line and will take the long dump. This bounces. You try to look as Prisky gets an intercept. Down to 3. Bears got one chance to shoot it toward the net. Scores! Beats the buzzer! Are you kidding? Point 3 left on the clock, and the Bears one more time with a late period tally, just like they did in Game 4. Don't change that dial. Dubé now for Huntington beats the buzzer, and we're tied. Unbelievable work for the Bears. Never took their eye off the clock. Point 3. 3/10 of a second left, and the Bears tie it. What a turnaround that's going to be going into the dressing room. That ends it after one. The update here. They're going to put a second back on the clock. That's not going to be enough for anything. As once we look here, I will give you the score relay on the next part of it.
Overall, a better start to this game for the Calder Firebirds. And as we get set for our intermission report brought to you by the City of Indian Wells, we'll keep our thoughts here. We'll have a full recap of what we thought here in that opening period. But check it out as it catches in with the Bears on a rebound. Of period number 1. 1-1 after the 1. Shots are even at 8 after 20 minutes of play. Firebirds instead for 32. Both teams different mentality. Now it's time for the intermission report brought to you by the City of Indian Wells in the picnic alongside Grant here.
I just want to set this up before we get to the second period, and I get the separation here. Jimmy Huntington with point 3 left on the clock, 3/10 of a second off the rebound. Pierre Dubé throws it to the net. It's assisted secondary by Alex Limoges, but Dubé gets it to the net. Second rebound, Huntington puts it away before the clock expires. 1. So Cole wins 5th, Huntington's 4th. When I talk to you again, we'll see you in the second period.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, the Firebirds have been pretty fortunate the whole lineup. And you want your veteran guys to be able to cash in early and the young guys to feed off of that. With Cole Lynn scoring, that's kind of
1-1 after 1. Second period down on short. Before we do that.
NHL tonight after the game on
things you can't grow. There's Instacart.
It's all about putting in work. I'm prepared the same way for the long haul. Someone gives you all those steps to be able to say, okay, let's do this now. It's all about just training your mind to be as great as you can. So be your strongest.
When everything gets deeper than ice, Tidal, the cryotherapy spray that goes beyond cooling to take control of the pain. Now the best-selling pain relief spray has gotten even better with an easy press activator to get the perfect coverage and dose with no rubbing needed.
It smells really good. It relieves the pain quickly, so I can continue doing what I love.
Tom, I can take it everywhere.
Get the all-new cryotherapy spray and the full line of Tidal products online or at your favorite retailer.
Grant and I used to work on this together, and mind blowing. But what do you have?
Doesn't count. What you need is a will, something you can sign and make official. Start your will at trusteewill.com and make it count. The Stanley Cup playoffs are intense, nerve-wracking, the ultimate test.
The ones that know best are on AHL now, every day 4 Eastern on AHL Network. See who gets the call to the hall, Tuesday 3:30 Eastern on AHL Network.
Good evening, everyone. It's Hockey Night, Coachella Valley. Turn the record over. We'll see it on the foot. See it on the highlights.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a really good first period, and that was highlighted with a buzzer beater from the Hershey Bears by Jimmy Huntington. Perry Dubé sends it out in front, couple rebound opportunities, and with 0.3 of a second left, Jimmy Huntington ties the game apiece. For those that are just joining in, not much action early within the first break of 8 minutes, but the Bears did get a power play and got turned away. Shots were 2-1 at the time. Colin gets the goal just before the 9-minute mark as a third rebound comes his way. Connor Carrick sends it to the net off a backhand. Shepard with some strong housekeeping on a penalty kill after and turns away Kel Fleury on the first effort of makes a 6 save on the Bears' second power play as Ethan office just outside of the left circle, but unabated as the pass comes across to him. And Drager, robbery with the glove, able to get that one up. Perry Dubé, again, as we said, 0.3 of a second left, sends the puck to the net. Jimmy Huntington gets 2 rebounds, able to send that second one past Drager to tie the game at 1 and tie for Hershey. So the goals for Lind and Huntington, respectively, at 10:05 and 19:59 of the period. Hershey 0 for 2 on the power play. Coachella Valley 0 for 1. Shots are 8. That's your reset if you're just joining us. Again, my name is John Ott. I'm your play-by-play man for this evening. I'm watching this one on NHL Network, courtesy of the AHL Coachella Valley feed. That's what we'll get on the 2-3-2 format. So that's the only difference in between this and the Stanley Cup, in the sense of it, instead of 2-2-1-1-1, you got 2-3-2 to cut down on the travel. So the only unfortunate issue is this. Because this series sits at 2-2, one of these is going to go 3-2 up to the night. That's a good thing, but the bad thing is Game 6 is also Monday night, same night as the Stanley Cup Final. It's played just after. I'm not going to be able to cover both games. Already got a date with the boys on Twitter Spaces, the YouTube side, and Twitch to cover Game 7 here for you on this side. I have John Leonardo, Ian Zeralek for Mr. Alec Nava on that side, as he usually does for us on that end. So I'll be with you about 8:15 Monday. That'll be the next time that we give our coverage for Stanley Cup Finals Game 7. Now, if one of these teams gets it back to 3-3 on Monday for the AHL Game 7 is Wednesday. That I will be able to cover. I just can't cover both games on Monday because they're both played. Get your understanding. I'm happy to be able to get games 4 and 5 here with you nonetheless. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll probably shut up a little bit here now during the intermission because it's a solo call and I'm going to save the pipes.
Yet it's chip shots that are made. Power play is pretty much the same. Nobody's scored any power play goals yet. Are you concerned? No, I actually really like the way you played that first period. You think of it as one minor breakers. You have to know that Hershey takes advantage of mistakes today. So if you limit the mistakes, you're going to be in the driver's seat. All right. Coming up next, we're going to for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Troy Bodie gave his thoughts on the first period and also what now will be definitely in Game 6 back in Pennsylvania. You're watching Hockey at Coachella Valley. Stick around. We're back in 2 minutes.
At Granger, we know dealing with the unexpected is part of your job description. And you made a promise to keep the line running, to power through the downpour, to be the one who always gets it done. And our promise is to help you do it. For every industry, plus same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Because you can't predict the future, but with the right partner, you can be prepared for it. Call, clickgranger.com, or just stop by. Granger for the ones who get it done.
Certain you can fix that? Yeah. Are you for imprint certain?
Like 4imprint's promo product experts who work with you every step of the way. Go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint for certain. Have you heard?
Make sure to get the plug bill, plug my phone in once it starts to die toward the second period for the Twitter side. Thank you for joining on the YouTube side. In the first, it's 1-1 after one. Jimmy Huntington and Cole Lind, respectively, for Hershey and Coachella Valley. But Huntington's goal, with 3/10 of a second left in the first, has this one tied after 20 minutes.
Backbone One, PlayStation Edition. Enhance your gaming experience on mobile.
Get customizable furniture at joybird.com that complements your art, your dream zone, or just you. Create your dream space with Joybird. Shop in a selection at joybird.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Hockey Night Coachella Valley First Intermission Game 5. Firebirds 1, Hershey Bears 1. A packed house tonight. Standing room only here at Acrisure Arena. And joining us is the tallest man we know, Troy Bodie, Director of Hockey Operations for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Right up there to that literally last second of the period. You guys look real good.
I think they look really good all period. You know, they came out hard. You know, their speed is really evident tonight. You know, we're showing that. I think we showed that the other days and often. We're disrupting a lot of pucks, getting in on forechecks and getting pucks to the net. And I like a lot of things we were showing tonight. Just got to keep it going.
So now as we go forward, and you get, 30 seconds to breathe. What's the next thing in your future once this series is finished?
Oh gosh, we go right to the draft after this. If this thing goes game 7, it's June 26th. The draft's on the 28th. You know, it's a good thing. It's a privilege to play this late and wouldn't want any other way.
That's right. So you mentioned the draft is in Vegas this year too with the Spears, so you have a lot going on. But fly Hershey to Vegas to be there for the draft. And then you have decisions to make because you have only so many roster spots for veterans and a lot of kids coming out, which one to go here, which one to go to Kansas City. All the decisions be made over a course of 8 weeks.
Yeah, you know what? We're kind of focused on what's going on here, and then when we get done, it'll be pretty quick once we get there. But there's changes year to year. We're always going to try and make our team better. You know, we've got young kids coming in that are taking spots, and that's a good thing. We're a development organization. We want to develop these young kids to be future Kraken. And some of these players, the young players we have this year, are going to take big steps as well. So that's going to change some. It's all good.
So now the success over the last 2 years, how do you build off of that?
You know what? We're building a culture of success here, and that's what we want to do. You know, so you know what? We're always trying to get better. We're always trying to build on what we're doing here, and you know, The roster and the staff we have here are just trying to, make this a winning organization year after year. I don't know. You can say you can build. There's always things to build on, but where we are right now, we got to maintain.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The disappointment the other night, and that it can't happen in our championship on our own ice. But that doesn't mean it won't happen in Pennsylvania. So we can kind of do to them what they did to us last year. How disappointed were you in and how tough is it going to be to do it in Pennsylvania?
You always want to be. I don't want to get greedy when you win a championship. I'd really like to do it here, but my gosh, it would be great to win a championship here. I don't think in any way we can do it forever. So we're gonna have to go there, and we're gonna have to win it there, and I'll be very happy
either way. All right, he's Turquoise Director of Hockey Operations. A large reason that your Firebirds have been in the Calder Cup Finals 2 years in a row. All right, more coming up on Hockey Night with Chell Valley after the break. We're going to set you up in the second period.
It's like I said, I know they didn't have the same intermission stuff like they had at Calder just a couple days ago, but the jerseys, everything else, the swagger, everything else that have settled there for the Firebirds, pretty good work for them. 1-1 is your score as we get to the second commercial loop here between the first intermission. So probably another 5-6 minutes or so, and then I'll be back to call second period action here with you.
Steak bakeware set free from Granite Stone. Are you tired of constant burn, lids that don't fit, and pans that stick? You know you need a new set, but the prices are so high it makes you sick. Well, get ready for a kitchen full of most durable, ultra non-stick cookware at the most affordable price anywhere. Introducing Granite Stone Blue, the fast, easy way to cook your neighbor's breast from a solid aluminum disc for even heat conduction and 3 times with our durable, ultra non-stick Granite Stone Blue finish. Granite Stone at the 500 degrees for outstanding roasting, and with vented tempered glass lids to prevent blowover. Plus, all Granite Stone cookware is 100% dishwasher and metal utensil safe. Look, you expect to pay up to $500 for a professional quality cookware set, but during this special TV introduction, you can get a 12-piece set, not for $500. $400 or even $300, but for the factory direct price of just 5 easy payments of $49.95. And for everyone who orders today, we're going to drop 1 payment. You get it full for just 4 easy payments of $49.95. Granite Stone cookware is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. As a bonus, we'll include our self-draining pie basket, stainless steel steamer insert, and the steamer rack, a $50 value. And there's even more. As a special gift, you'll get our 5-piece Granite Stone Blue bakeware set. The best easy, ultra non-stick way to bake up your favorite desserts. No grease or oil needed. Together, they're a $110 value. Yours free. That's an incredible 20-piece Granite Stone Blue set. All for just 4 easy payments of free. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-560-0918. That's 1-800-560-0918 or order online at granitestoneblue.com. Second period of play, the Firebirds and the Bears all even at 1 here in Game 5. And we'll still the second period and great start in the first period. And then the Bears under a second to go in the open frame, tying things up. And again, that great period. Along with Kino Lamont. We're going to start with your team. Howard Ford. On the first 5 minutes of the second period for the Philadelphia. I'm going to say the first couple of shifts mean everything. You want to take the momentum away from Hershey, reestablish all the good things you did in the first period.
Players are starting to come back out on the ice as the coverage has flipped back over here to still to show all that. Again, I mentioned this on the Game 4 side of love. When I'm watching this in between maybe 80s, 90s, again, I was born in 87, but late 80s, early 90s, 2000s, so all through the 90s, early 2000s, between the late 80s, early 2000s, you would have ice, you'd see all these celebrations, you'd see the starting lineup cards, you'd see all that stuff. We don't see that anymore. I don't know why we have to fit in another 75 seconds of commercials to appease everybody because it's all about dollar signs nowadays. You don't get that type of coverage anymore. So it's really feel the way the and should be called. quite frankly, with the excitement, the pageantry, and all of that. You know, the one thing I always loved about college football, even though I'm not really a football fan, but I went into college because of the pageantry. You like almost, I want to see that during a broadcast. You know, corporate sponsors and everybody else. Yes, they don't.
Shore has been fantastic in these playoffs for the Firebirds. 12 points in 16 games. The veteran played over 420 games in the National Hockey League. And Kevin Shore is, along with John Hayward, Anderson, each sort of veterans.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm sure that's why Dan started in this period. Is they want to get off to a good start. So put your bench group out there.
Here in the second period, and we're underway. It's 1-1. Again, reset there in between the Coachella Valley Firebirds is Cole Lynn, as this is a slapper right in between the slot that goes just wide. Cole Lind and Jimmy Huntington with 3/10 of a second left in the first period. That's why we're tied at 1. Hendrix LaPierre able to get this one. The shot gets blocked and goes up on a play. 1935. Here in the second. John, I'm here with you on a solo call on a Saturday night, June 22nd. Thank you to NHL Network for being able to carry this one for me on the off day side so I can bring it to you. In the sense of Games 4 and Game 5, we have some fun on the Thursday and Saturday. And quite honest with you, like I said, it's complete comfortability being able to breathe a little bit on this side. And I'm really enjoying my time covering the AHL. I was able to cover that overtime Game 7 that absolutely exploded, that I'm thankful for. But I'd like to be able to join in a little bit sooner as I had to be able to cover these games. This has been a lot of fun. This is now off the left side. This is off for Pierre Dubé. And now Connor Carrick. That will take the slap. He does let the slap shot go. This one stops off with Shepard and goes up on the second. So already a couple times where we had to do the center ice draw in the second period. So we're underway now in Palm, California. This is Game 5. We're on the last part of the 2-3-2 portion of the schedule here. But this is a 2-2 series tie. Whoever wins this goes up 3-2 and goes back to Hersheytown, Pennsylvania, with a chance to be able to lift the cup. It'll be in the building. Okay, now an opportunity to be lifted, and now Huntington able to get this one across. It gets turned over to the left side red line. Firebirds able to chip it in as we just get to the first finish. Shane Wright's line is out there, as this is Hardy Almanactel trying to get this one back behind his cage. There is Riker Brister. Good save, Shepard. It goes up and out play again. 1850 left to go in the second. So Grant Fear had said it, and yes, I said the name Grant Fear, the former Edmonton Oilers legend. He is doing color commentary for Coachella Valley as he's had over the last couple of years. He once said Edmonton in the sense, but it's been a lot of fun to be able to listen to them, be able to get some veteran presence there in the play-by-play and color, and just to see what the product's going to be for the future members of the Seattle Kraken and the Washington Capitals. As this is sent now around Hershey, able to keep it in. There's a pass across into the left side dot and have to turn around and spin as they're ready for it. Picked up now near the right circle. Here's a chance that bounces. Bears pick it up. Turnaround chance. This one goes just wide for Hunter Rubinski out there. Picked up now from Rostnichenko. They'll send it back off the back skate and start this again as Ethan Frank will use the backboards and send it in. Off the spinning turn, it's an opportunity now for the defense as they'll flip this in around. Firebirds now will spin it with Jimmy Schultz. Side below line will be sent. Opportunity now for the Bears to take this one right to left for the rest of the second period. Riley Sutter, fourth line side for Todd Nelson's squad. And off the chip Logan Traina will watch as this one's picked up now by Coachella Valley, and a big sideboards cleans out everything as the Bears able to find possession there with Riley Sutter. It's fun now again as the Bears try to get some more body contact. It's a 2-on-3. Coachella's only got the 2 as this shot gets blocked. Hunter Shepard take a and knock this one away as Jake Massey try to send this around the inboards, but it's picked off by the Firebirds. It'll go just by Prisky now, trying to locate off the spin and turn. This is an opportunity off a long outstretched pass as Matt Strom send it in. Firebirds now trying to get this onto their own end. Bears, Rubinski, and they just hold the blue line. Side of the slot. Opportunity now for Hendricks Lapierre. A little shovel. As this is near the right side point, Logan Dave gets a turn on an interceptor. Jammed in near the right side boards. Devin Shore is there as well as Ethan Frank off the spin and turn. Try to get this back today. Instead goes around to Mike Piccioni. As this is on the left side boards. Bears still with it across the wall. Ethan Frank can't find it. Here's a flip puck. Opportunity now for the Firebirds as John Hayden will send this one in the assistant captaincy. Ethan Frank. Here's a good touch pass. It's a 2-on-2. Hendricks Lapierre with speed. Try to toe drag him between his legs. Settle back down now for Frank. Want the slappers, Haman Octel. Don't know if he'll get it though. Once they throw it back across. Or he'll take a wrister. This one up high. Stays with the Bears now. Now to the right side blue line. Here's a move for a and rebound. This one goes wide near the left post. Bear right there. As this is flipped down across by the Firebirds. Devin Shore. And off his backscape of the Bears with it. They'll collect across neutral zone. Here's a bouncing puck. It goes off a skate. 15:44 left to go in the second. Jimmy Hunting bounced off the hand. Still 1-1. Don't know if we're going to get this first commercial break just yet. That's why I am sticking with you. And joined by anyone that follows in on the Twitter space, on the YouTube side. I humbly appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with me on a Saturday night. I know there's many. As Hershey and Coachella Valley are having a 2-2 series. It's the best of 3. Who's going to win the Calder Cup? It's unfortunate that Game 6 of this will be Game 7 between Florida and Edmonton. Otherwise, I'd be all over covering it. This is picked up now off the backhand. This is bounced away a couple times from Coachella. Will waft it. And this one goes for Dylan McElrath, able to get the intercept. A delayed onside. Never really got where they needed to be. So we'll get another neutral zone draw with 15:24 left to go in the second. They're showing on the Vining right now on the third. Defense for me, I'm still looking at guys like Riker Evans and Kel Fleury, ones that I've been able to get some experience from. But Riker Evans, the youngster in the second round from a few seasons ago, that I expect to play a big role for the Seattle Kraken in the very near future. Already got some games alongside Shane Wright, but I think going into this season, especially with Dan Bylsma being the head coach, I think he's going to bring along Jessica Campbell, his assistant coach on that side. I do expect Shane Wright and Riker Evans to probably play a lot more time with Seattle in a few months. As this one now across the right side wall. This will be picked up for Hunter Rubinski. And now the Firebirds able to escape. Take this one right to left across the wall. The spin and turn. Good work as this was sent across from Lind. Scott, he'll take the wrister. It ate up Shepard to give up a giant rebound. Then made a second save as one of the Firebirds was knocked down and behind the cage. And then Jake Massey took a big punch from one of the Coachella Valley Firebirds as well. So Winterton got a piece of it. This was right out in front, and then a late hit as Max McCormick, the captaincy, got the chair pretty much taken out from underneath him and behind the cage. He got hit pretty good, but the bounce came right in front of Hunter Shepard, and then one of the players that Coachella Valley knocked down fell right on top of the head of Hunter Shepard into the mask. 11-8 shots on goal for Coachella Valley. It's a 1-1 game. 14:53 left to go in the second. This will be a face-off win for Coachella. And now off the spin and turn is an opportunity for Ryan Winterton But now Hershey has the steal. They'll try to get this one for Morgan Triniev. We'll send it in. Triniev will now try to get his own chip and chase. No problem here for Gustav Olofsson. Olofsson will with it for a moment, as this will be a touch pass. And across now for Cameron Hughes. Slow up shoot right into the trapper for Hunter Shepard. 14:23 left to go in the second. We've had action on both sides here in the second. Hunter Shepard has been the busier of the netminders. This has been a much better game for Coachella Valley than it ever was in the game 4, with just the ridiculous amount of infractions. Again, 14 total. 6 power plays for Hershey early in the third that ended up getting the GWG to win it 3-2. But the danger, even though there's tons of time left, a little over half of regulation still to go, that if Hershey continues to bide their time and Coachella doesn't buy one, and they take a 3-2 series lead, they got 2 closeout attempts back in front of the home fans of the Giant Center. So you got to be careful of that. You really, in a 2-3-2 format, if you're Coachella, you got to take 2 out of 3 games. You really do. Here's an opportunity off the face-off win. This is sent toward the net. A big wholesale tackle takes McCormick out again. This stays in. Riker Evans. They will send this one across to Shepard. Oh, got it with the glove. 14-10. Looked like there was a little bit of cut toward the bridge of the nose for Luke Henman. Hope they're going to have anything on that if that was just already there. But it looked like off the top of the bridge of his nose, he got cut on the side where his visor was.
Game 5 has won. They've gone on to win the series 21 of 22 times. That just tells you how important this game is. And I think both teams realize that. And when you realize that, you'll find the ways. All of a sudden, you block shots, you make that, take the extra.
Offensive zone draw here for the Firebirds. And this is one more time by the Bears. It's loose out in front, though. Opportunity for Coachella. This goes wide to the left dot. It went across. Joe Snively, top line out there, still working in behind the office of Shepard. Spin and turn. Coachella now to the left side point. With it now. Riker Evans trying to make a play off the spin. Here the right side shoveled toward the crease. Bears able to just get this out. A hit Evans' stick will settle it down and fire it back in. As the forwards for Dan Bowles' squad will take a change. Captaincy Dylan McElrath, former Red Wing, the captaincy for the Hershey Bears and Todd Nelson's squad. Try to set the breakout. Here's a long outstretch pass now. As this will be slow. I've been able to call his name a lot. It's been the carry of play. Cole Lind off the backhand. Good setup now. Student H. Try to leave for Lind. And this one picked off. As this goes the other way for Parrot Dubé. Bears now. Off a 3-on-3. Limoges. Rister. This one wide. A bouncing punt. As it's an opportunity now for Logan Morrison. Now around the kick plate. Firebirds will slow it down. And across the left side, Cole Lind makes the smart play against the red line. Here's a turnaround chance for Max McCormick. And then behind the dots. Bears 60, gaining the zone. As this one's sent in, go ahead and take a change here. Is Jimmy Schultz. And start this one again. The defensive player for the Coachella Valley Firebirds on the second line. As this one's sent back in now for Logan Day. Logan Day off the crisscross. Turnover right in front of the circles by Vecchione. Back down the ice. Bears will have to take an icing, but it's much better than giving up a goal and making 100. That's uncharacteristic there from Vecchione, and the Firebirds almost made him pay for it. 12-12 left to go in the second. We have not taken a commercial break just yet, so I imagine we're going to have a lot of those collapsing on top of each other when we get to that point. Shane Wright. He's headlining this third line, tries to win it in between his legs, actually. He can't. Bears will get an easy breakout now. Off the left side wing. As this is knocked away, we get a delayed hand. This is going to be a penalty on Coachella Valley. Got to be careful not to get two. There was a tripping shortly after that as well. Hook and hold. This one going to be called against the Firebirds. And Hershey go to the man advantage for the third time this game.
The NHL is doubling down in City City as the host of both the NHL Awards and the NHL Entry Draft. And NHL Network is all in with coverage of these back-to-back blowout events. Young prospects have seen it also reflect your favorite NHL clubs. Coverage begins June 27th on NHL Network.
This is Calder, where every rep is analyzed, so your workout is optimized. This is personal. It's Calder.
It's a hard conversation to have when you die. This is what's going to happen.
Trust and will makes it really easy and succinct for people to go out there and create their statement. That's such an important thing to have. The things and the people that you care about are taken care of.
Create your statement at trustandloan.com.
My father, in your great up front, shining goal. This is a crisis.
Once we launched this operation, they were going to have 7 days.
Charlie had a big project that was not hot. Everybody's watching.
Will the apps match the Rangers offer?
This was the entertainment world imposing itself on us.
From in Colorado?
I have no idea.
One game, Firebirds and Bears all knotted up. The Firebirds with a kill for the third time in the game. Winters gets the hook of the slash.
Yeah, unfortunately, a soft call. Now the Firebirds have to go through momentum and get penalty kill here, and you don't want the officials to be a difference. So now you have to have a kill. Not to
Play as Ryan Winterton gets called for a hook slash. This one's sent back around now. Picked up now by Dubé. Dubé now will get this one back across the right side dot. Opportunity now for Hendricks LaPierre across the right side. As this is the Firebirds trying to push. There's an opportunity now as LaPierre get this near the right bumper. Joe Snively will slow it down. And off the left side, drag for the Hershey Bears. Limoges now for LaPierre. LaPierre near the right dot. One timer, this one with an absolute blister of a shot, all about 90 miles an hour. And this one goes all the way back down the ice. So Coachella Valley dodges one big time, and maybe so does Chris Drieger, as this is an opportunity to be settled back down for Hershey on their third power play. They find the entry. They're able to get it with speed. Back around here for Mike Vecchione, and now the Firebirds try to get a jailbreak across center ice. This could work out to kill some time. Short-handed opportunity as this is near the left dot. This would be fired in toward the cage, and Bears have to get a little bit of a panic clear as they'll start it again. Prisky with 35 seconds left to go on the Hershey power play. Settled back down one more time as we look across for Prisky as he gains the entry. This one slap shotted in as it's held back down for Hunter Rubinski. Rubinski near the right side dot. Settled back down by defense for Becky. Now Huntington. Vecchione thought about it. Gives it back. Here's a touch. What a stop there for Drieger with the left pad. That was a one-timer. Had all sorts of heat on it. Now the Firebirds. And we'll take it the other way as we're halfway through regulation now. Hershey going to get turned away on their power play. Both goals, even strength. Hershey's was with 0.3 of a second left as it answered Cole Lynn's goal. That's still where we are. Nothing in the second, but it's a 1-1 game. Commentators are Evan Pivnik and Grant Fear on the AHL side, but I'm John Ott. I'm here with you on the YouTube and the Twitter space. AHL Network. Has a good reverse hit, takes Brogan Trenev off his feet. Coachella now trying to press into the left side dot. Hardy Almanachtel trying to get around Winterton. That big body has a ton of speed, and that's hard to do. There's a turnaround chance right across the logo to gain the entry. And the Hershey Bears will send this back in their own end just to try to find some sort of semblance in space, but it's picked up. Now turnaround chance. To the right side dot, set up across the to get traffic in front of Hunter Shipper, but the shot goes wide. 9:05 We'll have to go in the second as this one's flipped in. Off one more look here. There's another giant hit. Takes Shane right off the puck. Here's an opportunity now. This will be sent in. Side right. We'll get back up. He's waiting in between the circles. This will go D to D. Here's a slapper. This goes wide as Shepard. Starting to swim around in this goal crease a little bit. And Coachella Valley turning up the burners. Another rocket. And this one stopped. Riker Evans absolutely got it all as one of the Firebirds gets cleaned up in front of the net. Strom. Holy cow, Riker Evans. He walked right into that thing and blistered it across. And Hunter Shepard, no problem. Heyman was the guy that was knocked down in front. Looks like he's no worse for wear. But some vicious looking slap shots. Looks like we're going to take another break. Figure we're going to catch up on some of these commercials. Come right back. 8:38 left.
You know, we want to take care of something, especially with us. And I'm like, let's try. But then he started using some and I kept planning to make it easy to get projects done. Even easier than not doing anything at all. It's really harsh.
Procrastination doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your own stuff. Download the app today. For all things you can't grow in your apartment barn, there's Instacart. Certain this is going to work.
Nothing.
For imprint certain.
Certainty matters. For Imprint is your home for promo gear to wow your team. Check out forimprint.com.
For imprint for certain.
So it's another defensive zone right out of the break, right at the 8:30 marker. And that's what I had typed in my notes. That's where we are right now. This one gets iced against the Bears. Right from the break. So this is an opportunity right now for me to give you just a small reset as far as the goals that are scored. The shots now read 16-9. Shots this period are 8-1 for Coachella Valley. Your goal scorers, Cole Lynn from Morrison and Carrick at 10:05 for the Firebirds. And for Hershey with 0.3 of a second left, Huntington from Parrot Dubé and Alex Limoges. And that's where we are right now. Now, find the entry as they'll fire it in alongside Logan Day. This will be recollected now for Coachella Valley. Let's go Firebird chance. We're at Acrisure Arena right now. We're at the schedule. So the rest of these games will be at Chocolatetown, Pennsylvania at the Giant Center. There'll be a 3-2 lead for one of these teams, and the Calder Cup's going to be in the building. Just like the Stanley Cup has already been in the building the last few games, but Panthers have denied themselves that opportunity. Or should I say Edmonton has kind of stolen it from them, really, because they've dominated those last 3 games just like Florida did in the first 3. Here's an opportunity. This one's been much closer. Here's a risker. Into the traffic. Melanson's chance goes wide. This is now topped and knocked away from Onavine by Snively. Snively now spins smartly in his own end. He's just going to go ahead and get a change here. Maybe even get settled. We'll take a Todd Nelson squat, and this one gets fired in as Dan Bilesma will look on. Right to left of the Firebirds. They're in the dark black jerseys with the orange striping and that Phoenix Firebird right in the middle of that logo. As this is sent back around for Jimmy Schultz. Schultz will slip it in. Now the Bears stuck in their own end right now. 7 minutes left to go in the second stretch pass. Here's an opportunity for Dubé. Dubé now trying to make a play in between his skates. as this is knocked into the right side red line. Again, the shot board is 8-1 Coachella Valley in the second period. Student H has it. Shepard! He makes one save, and the rebound is picked up by the Hershey defenses. They'll just take a soft flip across the corner. There's an opportunity on Limoges. He'll take the neutral zone draw. Yes, he stepped off sides, but just to give his goaltender a little bit of break, Student H, he let that one go. It bounced up high off inadvertent off his teammate. Shore was trying to pound away at it to get a pound of flesh and get a rebound goal, but it's still 6:32 left to go in the middle frame. Glad you can join me here for Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals. It's a rematch of last year. The game of notoriety was able to take Game 7 in OT and call that one last year on the AHL Network. But this has been a lot of fun to be able to join this a little bit sooner in progress for Games 4 and Games 5. I only wish that this Game 7 wasn't on the same day, as this is now flipped up on the play. This will bounce off of somebody, so it's not to go in a second. So again, I humbly appreciate for any of those that join in. I know on Saturday night there's a lot of things that you guys can be doing. I don't expect the foot traffic giant, but I do appreciate anyone else that does join in. And please feel free to leave some comments. Shane Wright. Kicking when it clean. It'll be an opportunity now for Mike Becky to try to get this one toward the net. Ivan Miroshnichenko try to throw it to his defense, but now Coachella try to make a play off the rush. Cameron Hughes will backhand it toward the net. Hunter Shepard saw it the whole way. He stopped any sort of rebounds. We will get some action right in front of the crease. Ryan Winterton is not afraid to throw some body and throw some punches as well. 5:56 left to go in the second. We'll take another break.
This is the one. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. Because maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product. Granger for the ones who get it done.
It's all about putting you out prepared the same way. Someone gives you all those steps to be able to, okay, so let's do this now. It's all about just training your mind to be as great as you can. So be your strongest.
The official online store of the National Hockey League and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Fuego the Firebird, as they got the Fuel the Fire logo there, and now he's being dropped down as the flag is continuing to wave. That is pretty cool. And again, this is the AHL side of it, so they are not sparing any expense as far as a little bit of a show to kind of make it feel like a party atmosphere, a la like the Vegas Golden Knights. I know nothing could ever be like that, but I still really appreciate that kind of stuff. Get the fans back in. Pretty darn cool. I would actually really like to go home Desert, California to be able to see the Firebirds play, to be honest with you. I will have to talk with Cooper Hopkins, see if I can swing to be able to get a jersey on this side of it. They do have a Game 6, Game 7 watch party at Acture on the 24th. That does start on Monday. Game 7, if necessary. We know we're going to need Birds get the steal. Hamanaktil able to get a stick on it for the Bears. Another rebound opportunity. Shepard has been pretty good in this period. Here's another slapper. This one goes just wide. There to the left side of the dot. Opportunity now for the Bears. As this is Strom. Is possessed of the puck. Coachella. Here's McElrath with a slapper. This goes up and on a play. Shots on goal are 18-9. It was the first period. So just one shot on goal here for Hershey, kind of looking like the Florida Panthers have been in the last few games against the Edmonton Oilers. They're kind of getting slapped around a little bit, but this game is still within the grasp. That is the complete and utter difference I've been able to say. Stanley Cup Finals go on 7 games. None of those games have really been close. If you're looking in as far as the game 5 reset, and I'll go up and across, you got a 4-3, a 5-2, a 6-2, a 2. These games have been a little bit more competitive in comparison to anything that we've had in the Stanley Cup Finals, even though that's gone 7 games. Here's spinning shot, wrist shot, good save Shepard again. Is that pretty much denied from Kale Fleury? He was just going in by himself, and he was going to try to roof it near the right side dot, and Hunter Shepard continues to keep his team in the game right now as he just stick drags himself around Day and LaPierre and lets it go near the right circle. So Devin Shore will go ahead and try to take this draw here. See if we can do this one more time. Hendricks LaPierre against Shore. LaPierre on that top line. He's one of the young guns for the Washington Capitals alongside Hershey Bears. Another wrister. This one stopped. Hunter Shepard's got it again. A lot of vulcanized rubber hit. He's been able to see it. He's been able to stop it. And most of these have, with the exception of the second period, it's kind of got a little bit loosey-goosey back there. And Hershey's going to need to clean that up. But Hunter Shepard is playing at his absolute best. And we know that he can. So one more for Shore. This time he can't win it. And this one's flipped. And across now for Trinev. See if the fourth line can get something going for Todd Nelson's squad. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the second period. No goals in the second, but it's still 1-1 like it was in the first. Here's Cole Lynn off the backhand. Try to get this for another slapper and a bouncing puck. This one for Shepard. He's got it. As Jimmy Schultz let it go. And all sorts of contact here. Looks like Max McCormick really wants a piece of somebody. And so make sure that I can get a number on this here. Riley Sutter on the fourth line. Morrison now trying to throw some punches here the other way as tension's starting to rise a little bit. Again, Fuego brings the hit, the Firebird, but starting to get a little bit toasty in the kitchen here with 4:49 left to go. And so McCormick is going to go off, and so is Sutter, offsetting. So let's try to see off this replay, take a look how it happened. It was a warbling puck toward the net. Shepard's got it. And McCormick's having some words. Not sure if it's just with Sutter, because he did get punched in the back of the head from what I saw. But the Coachella Valley side, understandably so, rooting for their home team. They don't like the call. I didn't get a chance to look at it again myself on the second effort. So 4-on-4. It is 0 for 3 officially in the power play. 0 for 1 for Coachella Valley, but 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. So this will be an offensive zone draw, according to the strike, as we get some meeting of the minds. Olofsson is getting profiled right now. Hendricks LaPierre set to take the draw for Hershey. Again, it's a 1-1 scoreline, but it's a 2-2 series. And whoever can take a 3-2 lead back to Chocolatetown, you got a couple closeout attempts there. If it is for Hershey, if not for Coachella Valley, they will be up in. And now, here's a chance to the right side dot. You want to make a back pass here for Shane Wright. He wanted the slapper. This is good puck possession here for Coachella. Off the spin and turn. Opportunity for Student H. Off his backhand. He's still working with it. He does not elect for the. Still trying to find a lane. Is Shore now. Shore still with it off his forehand. He's going to be running out of gas. He looks like Gustav Nyquist. Shore lets it go. And this one knocked away, bounced off Lieberman. And now an opportunity for the Hershey Bears. Finding an entry of 1-on-4, making a play. No ball. And oh my goodness, that was almost misplayed by Drieger. He tried to make a pass across. He fumbled in between his skates. But at least 3:45 left to go in the second. Drawn underway is this one sent in. Picked up now, backing around for Chase Prisky. Again, Todd Nelson's squad, their forwards are going to change. You got a lot more space in 4-on-4 on the ice. We're at Acrisure Arena for Game 5. This is Prisky. Find the entry to the right side dot. Turn around off the backhand. Now pivot forehand. They'll take a pass. Prisky just holds it in. Bears have it. It's a 1-on-2 chance for Snively. Save Drager. They'll fall on it as players will beat each other up a little bit with 25 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. 1-1 is your score still. Snively's chain off the shot in tight on the short side gets saved 5-hole by Drieger. He has not been called into action very much in this second hole. Drieger, that's what the letters will spell if everybody holds them up now. So it must be a whole family alongside that will watch this one in, which is pretty cool. It is Jimmy Huntington taking the draw for the Hershey Bears in this four. Right side boards near the dot. Riker Evans will watch off the back skate. Now he's trying to get here with Connor Carrick. Devin Shore. Find the entry. Good stick drag for Shore. Shot gets blocked. 2:55 left to go in the second. 5 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. Coachella. Now to the right side dot. Here's a pass. Here's Riker. He'll rifle one D to D. Shore now. Off his backhand. He'll pivot. For Shepard, it bounces off his stick. Huntington. Try to get a piece of it now with the stick plate. This will go back around now. Here for Shane Wright. This will be bounced. Picked back up now by Hershey. 2:25 left to go in the second period. No goals in this second, but just as it was after one. The shot board was 8-8 after one. It's 23-11 Coachella. Here's an entry with speed. Rister. This one goes wide as it gets blocked off of Eric Dubé. Mike Vecchione now tries to get a piece of it. As this is settling toward the left side boards. Drieger now on the stand-up. Coachella trying to get it out of their own end. Able to circumvent off the half spin and settle it back down for Jimmy Schultz. Schultz will get this one off the D-to-D pass. 1:45 left to go in the second. As this one's iced against Coachella. Riley Sutter wins the draw for Hershey. Here's a late slapper. It's blocked. Haman Octel was the one that let it go. Haven't been able to call his name. Haven't been able to call out a Hershey Bears name. He's not able to touch the puck that much in the second because we're down to the final 90 seconds of the period. Still right where we are right now from where we were in the first in the 1-1 score line. Here's a lofted feed off the sauce. Start again. Absolute problem. Trenev will go ahead and try to get a piece of this off the pinch. Todd Nelson's squad will take the change, but they've been bitten so late for these Hershey Bears goals, you can't have it happen again. 106 is an offsides call, and we will do this again. It's 66 seconds left to go. John out here with you. I'm your play-by-play man. It's a solo call for me. This is on NHL Network. Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals. It's a rematch from last year between Hershey and Coachella Valley. 7 games, and Hershey won an iconic one in overtime. As these two teams meet again, Coachella Valley trying to get the better of it this time around. Ethan Frank can't win the draw as this goes back to Coachella as we're down to 60 seconds. Now under the final minute, Winter across. Here's finding an entry here for Coachella as they're working around the right side dot, and this shot gets blocked. Hershey have it in their own end. Ethan Frank now for Logan Day. As Day will go ahead and send it in. 40 seconds left to go in this middle frame. Still sitting at 1-1. It's a 2-2 series. Again, so Acrisure is going to see their last game of the season. We got a couple more games at Chocolatetown if needed. He's sent back around the inboards. Reclaim now for Gustav Olofsson. This will be shoveled back down and iced against the Firebirds. You didn't want to do that. 20 seconds left to This faceoff's going to go to the right of Drieger. She's going to win it. Quick shot. This one stopped by Drever with the blocker. Down to 15 seconds. This will be shoveled all the way back in. Be enough for icing. Yes, it is. Double 7.7 left here in the second period. And we'll see if Hershey can do this one more time. Now, there's so much time left. I know Alec Nava had said this before in the Stanley Cup final side. When you get 1 or 2 seconds, probably pull the goalie because not enough time to throw length in the ice. It's too much time now. This is the left of Drieger one more time, but we'll do this draw one more time. Huntington to try to win it clean, but this will be skated backwards. Fleury turns it over, and now down to 2 seconds. Hershey lets it go. This doesn't hit anything, and it's still 1-1, just as it was after one, but we played 40 minutes. We're still tied, and this series is still knotted at 2. We'll see if the next goal is going to end up being the game winner or if it's going to be enough. This looks like this could be a low-scoring affair tonight, and a lot is being called. So we'll see what happens as this game continues to get tight. What's going to happen in the third? Will we need overtime? Find out. We'll talk to you soon.
In the shot column of the Firebirds, nothing behind the goaltenders. Yeah, no, I think that's very good for the Firebirds. They put a lot of pressure on Hershey in their own zone, created a lot of opportunities, went to the crease, crashed the net pretty well, but didn't get the benefit of it.
Well, just 20 minutes left here in regulation between these two teams. What's so important with their period? It feels like they're doing anything that maybe arguably at the same time you want to see them fix.
We'll get you the reset here in a minute. I'm just typing in some notes for the game story. Once this is all done,
Well, we'll take a break. 1-1 after 2 here. For sure, Maria. Gino Grant didn't have the rest of the way. He had issues in the third. As Firebirds hockey continues.
so the one thing I can tell you for certain here, and this is it's stupid for imprint certain because I see that commercial so many times on 0 for 1. Again, we had 14 infractions in the game on Thursday. Shots in this period were 15-4, 23-12 in total. 15-4 for Coachella Valley, 23-12 in totality. Firebirds take another penalty on a hook to start the second as we had the first break. Coachella Valley looked good otherwise, and Vecchione gets lucky to not give up a goal in his own slot. Bears got a third power play, get turned away. Huntington and Evans with bombs at the point that are the best chances in the middle frame so far. I said that with 8:30 left. Coachella Valley dominated in the shot column, and it still resulted in nothing as Shepard was able to do some work. And that's essentially what it is. Again, no goals in that second period. Huntington with 0.3 of a second in the first period that answered Cole Lynn's opener off of a second rebound as Connor Carrick feathered it toward the net. Cole Lynn picked up a second rebound, put it in. That's kind of the same deal went up for Peric Dubé when he was able to get it toward the net before the clock expired, and Jimmy Huntington scored on the second rebound.
That's right. 2 plus 3. All the same facts, reliable, nationwide coverage is big wireless. Make the switch today. Call, go online. That's 2 times the savings and our best deal of the year.
Good evening, everyone. It's Hockey Night Coachella Valley. Turn the record over. We'll see you on the flip side. And that's something that you see it on the highlights, bro. You get to see that one live.
Live from AHL Arena in Palm Desert. It's Hockey Night Coachella.
So let me say this for the unfortunate purposes, because for anyone who's listening or wasn't aware of it already, because Stanley Cup Finals Game 7 takes place on Monday, it also takes place for Game 6 in Town, Pennsylvania, so I cannot cover that one. but I will be alongside Alec Nava, Cooper Hopkins, and everybody else. I know that it's going to maybe turn into a fiasco depending on what happens. I'm going to try to do my best to keep it on the rails. If I had everything that I kind of take care of, I think I would leave as I like to do, but you got to be able to keep things on the fly. And I already sent the message about it, so I'm going to try to have as much fun with it as I can and just call the game in a vacuum and call it as I see it. But although understandably, I'll be sadder with one result than the other, only because of Kim Holland as a bitter Red Wings fan for how things were left. But it certainly took him a long time to figure it out with Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. And honestly, we didn't make that move, and I'll give them full marks on the Monday side should they win. Again, I'll do it during my active play-by-play, probably in the third when the game's already long over. That's why I'll take that side of it, just to get these guys the big jumps of it. Normally, I had all of the calls, especially the first one a couple of years ago between the Lightning and the Avalanche. So I'm happy to take a back seat on this one, to be honest with you. Try to keep it fair. But he'll get all his credit on Monday should they get there. But yeah, I would be a little bit sad, but it is kind of crazy. If you really didn't get Chris Knobloch, I know Jim Nill got GM of the year, but you can really give it to Ken Holland. You give Coach of the Year to Chris Knobloch. I really don't see it any other way. You could talk about the Gretzky's records in the playoffs, and that's all well and good. But the way that you got that bottom six to coordinate, the way that you got the middle to kill penalties, score timely goals, I mean, that was strength for the Edmonton Oilers. We always saw those chasm point totals and everything else get done. That's completely flipped on its head. That's where I'm leaning as far as where it should go. First person that gets the Stanley Cup after McDavid, that's got to go to Chris Knobloch and Ken Holland because they nailed it, especially Ken. He made the move when I didn't think he was going to. That's my full mark and credit kind of preview of what I'm going to tell you on Monday. So for those that say I don't say anything positive about the Oilers, you just heard it here live. You get in an audience of one, and you'll see it and hear it in the story on the Monday coverage should that come to pass. If not, there might be some trolling on mine end just for fun. And just in case that one gets bookmarked and sealed and timestamped, there you go. There's your credit order. Thanks.
And all of a sudden, Hershey's back hot David. The majority of their goals in this series come off Firebird mistakes. And it's been a Hershey blue line where it turns over. And that's something that you can't do because that's how they create their offense. Right. And lots of chances, like we said, from the Firebirds. Not, I mean, not the pretty ones. Right. But you're getting bucks around the net. You're getting bodies to the net. And as long as you keep getting bodies to the net, good things are going to happen eventually. Right. And as our statistician, Anthony pointed out, this was the first scoreless period in this series so far. That's going to be game 5. Everybody knows how important this game is. When you get a game of this important, and we told you this stat early on. It's worth repeating. 22 times since 1944, the best of 7 finals. Tied 2-2. The team that won Game 5 won 21 of those 22 series. So that's how important Game 5 is anytime, especially when you're tied up at 2-2. Yeah, we'll stop right now. Basically comes down to 3 minutes. So let's find out who's got it. All right, we've been talking a lot of hockey. We're going to step back from that. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Gina McCullough, the Vice President of Marketing here at For Sure. We're going to talk about maybe something from Axler coming to town and what's going to happen because we're going to look the ice melt after tonight, and we've got a couple of months of entertainment ahead here at For Sure Arena for you. So all that's coming up next. Stick around. You're watching Hockey Night. For Sure Arena.
This is Calder, where every rep is analyzed, so your workout is optimized. This is personal. This is total.
We were wondering if anything happened to.
We want you to take the kids.
Doesn't count. What you need is a will, something you can sign and make official. Start your will at trustedwill.com and make it count.
It's so easy to get your windshield replaced using SafeLight. Tell the people why you haven't done it already. It started off as a chip and grew to a crack, and it just keeps going. So what I went ahead and scheduled an appointment online at safelight.com. It's on the beach here at the beach.
Let's get started. Oh, Safe Light Repair. Safe Light Replace. Yeah! Schedule free mobile service at safelight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
We pride ourselves in giving you fast, reliable nationwide coverage at up to half the cost of the leading carriers. But don't worry, we've got more than that going for us. You name it, we probably got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies.
And new customers who buy any phone get 2 months of service free when you sign up by July 31st. Call 1-888-FREDOM. Or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
She knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone.
Car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's Headlight Restoration Kit restores weathered headlights back to like new and keeps them that way for life. Stop wasting your time. Don't last. Cerakote's kit includes everything you need to go from this to this. Simply wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
See who gets the call to the hall. Tuesday, 3:30 Eastern on NHL Network. Welcome back, everybody. Hockey Night, Coach Hill Valley, second intermission. Your Birds tied with the Hershey Bears 1-1 as we head into the final 20 minutes of the most important game of our lives. Joining us now is VP of Marketing, Gina Rotolo, who knows I get wound up a little tired. She comes by every once in a while just to check my pulse, my blood pressure, make sure I'm going to make it through the day. Breathing. Gina, so you're just mentioning that after tonight, we're going to melt the ice, but there's still lots going on here at Aperture Arena over the summer. We can look forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, immediately following this game, we still have a watch party to do on Monday. So we're going to invite fans to watch us win at the ice on their ice. So we're working on that. So in addition to that, we've got all sorts of other programming and events coming along. So there's a ton of great concerts that are coming. We were just singing it. Some of us were just singing and dancing along to New Kids on the Block. They're coming up here. I won't tell you which one, everybody.
Game 6, which is Monday night, we will be here. It is free. Free parking, free entry, first come, first serve. We have seats for you. We'll put the game up on the Jumbotron. We're going to do what we do. I'm going to be broadcasting from here. Grant and Gina are actually headed to Hershey, Pennsylvania at the summertime.
They're having a cool front there. Here it's 85 degrees.
Just enough to melt the chocolate. Anyway, so yeah, watch party Monday for sure. Wednesday if we must. Right? Either way, like
you're prepared for everything all the time. Multiple scenarios, so we're ready to go.
And like Gordon said, we're not greedy about where we win it, just as long as we do.
As long as we win it, he's not wrong.
All right. So I have a question for you. Yeah. So as the hockey season ends, when do you gear up to start marketing next season?
So we'll get our dates. It's already started here. Don't worry. No, we usually find out our dates and confirmed by the league, usually sometime towards the end of July. And for that point forward, we can pretty much layer over our calendar with our theme group events, kind of get that stuff out and start working on everything. So we've got, potentially, I think it's like a 10 or 11 week off season, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not with all the things that we have to do to get ready. And opening day, coming in October, that sounds far away, but gotta be honest, I realize it was close to July anyway. So July 4th holiday is right around the corner, so it goes fast these days.
Yeah, not to mention you got an all-star game you're gonna have to put on for two days.
It's exciting to get to actually dive a little bit more into the all-star game planning, and we're gonna have some amazing stuff going on for that. We're really thrilled to be able to host it, and I think if we're gonna show the league, our fans already, and then amplify that for the.
They're going to get its own all-star game for the AHL or for the NHL?
That's right, we're gonna juice it up. Palm Springs style.
Oh, they're going to do it in the AHL all-star game? That's awesome.
A lot of hockey still to come, you guys.
And we got basketball coming as well.
Lakers are coming.
For 2 games this year.
2 games. Missed it last time. Twice as nice.
Big concerts you're really excited about. That's got we know Eric Clark is going to be a huge show.
It's going to be fantastic. As I already gave away, maybe I'm really good luck around here. So, and it's actually moving out here I was driving through and I ran into new kids on the block in El Paso, Texas, randomly. As one does. Yes. And they had never been to Palm Springs, so they were very excited.
Wait, not a single kid on the block?
Not a single kid has been on the blocks here in Palm Springs. So they're pretty excited to get out here. It's not very often at this stage of a career that most people haven't played certain markets at this point. So
just for the folks at home that don't really understand how encompassing your job is. Okay, so a big part of that and thrown into that. You've got all the hockey, you do all the TV stuff for us as well. You've got a whole lot on your plate, and frankly, only so many hours in the day.
That is, how do I do it?
Beyond Greg and I being the divas that we are, what is the most challenging part of your job?
So I oversee marketing, front office operations, which is really community box office, sales, there's a sponsorship piece that has to be factored into everything that we do, broadcast, game presentation. So really, I kind of have my fingers all over everything. But I'm really fortunate. I have a great team that helps make that stuff happen. But for me, it's so, and that's always an ever-changing, which plate is spinning, which plate's starting to slow down, so we just have to keep the pace going.
Making sure I'm
looking ahead.
Making sure that I'm okay. All 24 hours a day, you don't get sleep. I guess Gina will tell you to thank the boys for your time. If we go to overtime, you will be seeing Gina again. She knows our go-to interview whenever we go to overtime. Thanks, Gina. All right, I'm back to Chill Valley when we come back. Stick around.
Are you certain that's just Are you for imprint certain?
They had some pretty cool interviews over the last couple of days alongside the Coachella Valley broadcast because, like I said, yesterday it was Abby Carter and they mixed in there. Today they had some mixing between the president of operations and president of marketing on the side for Coachella Valley, and you don't realize how difficult and insane it is to put on the event, not even just for the hockey game, the broadcasting, the publications, broadcast on TV side, ticket sale, promotion. It's nuts. And they said maybe they'll get about 6 weeks once Devin gets the schedule and everything else all put again. Then that's when they got to do it all over again to get it all started. And that's how it works for everybody else. So I don't know if I would ever want that job, but holy cow, if you do really well at that, I would imagine you would never get fired.
Nothing scary about using your ultimate the longest lasting AA battery.
Do you have difficulty hearing your TV or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit. Aids are expensive and cost thousands of dollars. But if you call now, you get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. Don't be fooled by ever again. The Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aid is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier, and they offer superior noise reduction and a tiny in-the-ear design that is nearly invisible. And best of all, they are incredibly affordable. Call now and get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297, or opt into our payment plan of 4 free payments. Plus, if you call now, we'll add a portable charging dock, and your shipping is absolutely free. The Nano hearing aids come with outstanding lifetime customer support and a 45-day money-back guarantee. Supplies are limited, so you must act now. Call 1-800-411-5033. That's 1-800-411-5033.
Life moves at the speed of hockey, but you can count on Enterprise, home or away, to always be there with you, no matter where the game takes you. Enterprise, for lives and drive.
Of this series. Underway in the third. Winner will take a 3-2 series lead. 2 opportunities to close it out.
So we'll see what happens in this third period. And now the Bears try to take this one right to left. Snively's pass. This will get picked off now by Coachella. Good hit On the other end takes Devin Shore right off the puck. And they'll have to take a hand grenade and send this one in. This Hunter Shepard, who has been brilliant. He stopped 22 of 23. Drieger, 11 of 12. Hershey was really pushed around in that second period, but Hunter Shepard did everything else to keep them in the game. As this is just knocked away along Massey. Now in behind is an opportunity for Chase Krisky to pick it up. Connor Carrick, the pass goes too far. And now we'll start again as Riker Evans in his own end. Left to right, Coachella Valley in the dark black jerseys with the red striping. And the turquoise in the mix with the Firebird. Got a little bit of crack in the colors as well as you would in the affiliate. The Hershey Bears and the Washington Caps affiliate. They won in Game 7 of overtime last year. Big rebound from Drager. Another opportunity. This one is blockered out in front. Sacrificial effort there from Shane Wright. Good work on defense. As Bears able to go ahead and take this puck again. They're really throwing the body around in the first 90 seconds of this third period. John out here with you on the solo call. We're watching one game and a 2-2 series tie. Someone's going to take a 3-2 lead in Chalktown with a chance to lift the Calder Cup. Picked up now off the backhand. Here's a knuckle puck. Student each. Liable to stay on sides. Here's a give and go. This gets knocked away. Bounces up into the air. As this goes right across the Firebirds logo. Settle it one more time for Logan Morrison. Here's a chance. Good hold off of Nicky Lieberman. And Raven Mustachenko has this one now. Ivan will send it in. Opportunity is a broken. And Coachella's defensive zone. Keep in mind for that just in case it hits off of something. As this is opportunity to get clear, but it's not. Bears will watch this one get sent back around as Jake Massey wants to get this one back at the point. Prisky will pinch, try to see what happens. Red line as Coachella Valley emerges with it. It's a 3-on-4. Bears do have the reinforcements. They'll send the back pass for Matt Strom, the fourth line for Todd Nelson's squad. Chip and Chase himself. No left side off the spin and turn as this gets sent ahead by Olofsson. It's turned over now. Hershey's got it. Left side red line. See if they can make something happen as it's knocked away. Picked up across center by Coachella. And we will get Cole against the Bears. I don't know if this is going to be a penalty here, but it looks like we could a neutral zone. I think somebody's got their head down in the sense of the Bears. Dylan McElrath. They want to see if we'll pass the blue line where the face-off should be. That's the only thing that I'm thinking about. Picture the Calder. That was drew up by some kids that have some seats right in front of the glass. That's pretty cool to be able to see that. It's pretty cool signs in between the fire and all of that. Everybody's enjoying this in Palm Desert, and I am too. It's a fun game so far. Face-off win. Saved. Shepard bouncing puck. This one goes just wide. Near the right side now. What about a cross check? Is Hardy Amanocto able to get away with it against Student Each? He's got it now. Try to get this ahead. This gets knocked away from Strom. Turnaround chance. Held a couple times. Riker Evans emerges. This is off the backside of the cage. Hunter Shepard able to make one save. Trying to pinball it off the backside of Hunter Shepard. But this goes near the left dot. Turnaround chance to be able to be kept alive by Hershey. And now they can finally get it out of their own zone. As Dave Coachella Valley getting really close to hemorrhaging the Bears here, but Hunter Shepard playing his best game of the series so far. As Riker taking a elongated breakout. You have the third line out there alongside the forward ends for Shane Wright. So the young goats try to get it done here. As this one's sent in, Lieberman off the chase. He will just get this away from Shepard's goal crease. And now an opportunity for Joe Snively. Leave it around for Lieberman. Snively, wrister. This one's sacrificial block again. As it's in behind the office of Chris Drieger. He hasn't had a lot to do today. Coachella's played an excellent game, but Hunter Shepard has kept this scoreline right where it is. As this one's sent in. Again, they mentioned it going at the end of the second period. It was the first time we got a turnover. Scores! Firebirds take the lead It's turned over right in front of the circles and near the right side dot. Ryan Winterton gives the Firebirds the lead. 2-1. 15-17. Left to go in the third. Coachella Valley takes it. Dylan McElrath tries to get it out. Use the glass. He tic-tac-toe pass. And Winterton, the recipient of the finish, is this one picked up. Winterton, no doubt, toward the right circle. And Coachella Valley has the lead. We'll see if they can hold it. I've been lucky to not see any of these games going to be a press from the Bears. Here's a one-timer. This block, Traeger trying to make a save. He'll fall on it. 15-03.
So you got to put the pressure all in your place to make sure you do all the little things right.
Hershey has it now. They're going to be desperate to try to get this. You get to go back home, even if it's 3-2 and they're up against it, but you got to win the next two games. You can certainly think they can get one and force a game 7. But you really, if you're able to steal this one for Hershey, you get 2 closeout games at home. That's what you would want. Those would be on Monday and Wednesday. The only thing we know for certain right now is Monday, game 6 will be played in Chocolatetown, the Giants Center. So here's an opportunity as this is sent back across. Jimmy Schultz, fire it in. Picked up now by the Hershey Bears. As I'll go ahead and pull back up my roster here. See if they can take this one right to left. Hardy Almanactel will fire it in their left side red line. We got Marcinechenko's line, the third line for Todd Nelson's squad. As Hershey is now up against it. It's a 1-goal game. Drager makes the save. Now, the thing for me is Chris Drager has not been asked to do pretty much anything in this game right now. And you know the Hershey Bears will have to really press at some point. And Drager has given up rebounds. That's what I noticed. Haven't seen any of that in Game 5 because he hasn't had to do much. We take our first break, 13:59 left in regulation.
Started off as a chip and grew into a crack and it just keeps going. So what do we do now? I went ahead and scheduled an appointment online at safelight.com. Someone gets here.
SafeLight Replay.
Schedule free mobile service. SafeLight.com.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
When you're cooking on a Blackstone, you get a better cooking experience. Adventures and become part of the outdoor cooking revolution. With your Blackstone, you'll love every breath, lunch, and dinner you create. From fast and fun to low and slow. Cook anything, anytime, anywhere. With your nearest Blackstone retailer or Blackstone product. Or Blackstone.
I'm going to say this honestly. I know Cole Lynn's got the goal in the first at 10:05 and 4:43 for Ryan Winterton. And Winterton will probably get the GWG if nothing else happens. Well, Hunter Shepard, that's my first star in this game right now. How many times have we been able to say that? I said that last year. In between Joey DeCord, goaltenders matter in these type of games. And Hershey could be really up against it more so than 2-1, if not the way Shepard's played right now. He had no chance to make that save. Over, and then Hughes right to Winterton, right into the right dot. That's just an easy finish. Is able to snipe that one glove side. This country road in John Denver gets serenaded here at Palm Desert. So the Acrisure Arena fans are really enjoying this right now, and as they should. Again, I love their profile. Social media on X said the coolest place in the desert. That's pretty neat to have that. I think they've done everything well. I would really look forward to, even though it's an AHL game. Seems like this goes in across the glass. Picked up now off the back pass. Riker Evans, he finishes his hit, but the Bears are there to get a steal. And it's starting to get very physical. Rister, stopped by Drager. And I wasn't even sure if he had a stick shaft, as Logan Day will go ahead and get this in his own end. And we know the Bears are going to have to press. Even though no goals have been given up, just couldn't get any shots, and now they're down by a goal. Here's a shovel in toward the crease. Turn back around for Lieberman. We'll send this around the end boards. A bouncing puck. This is starting to become very physical. Lieberman's got a good spot. Drager looks behind him. He didn't even know he had it, but he's got it. Pushing and shoving, some whacking with some sticks. Got to be careful over there because you got the netminder in front of you. As McElrath really wants to get involved, I think for Dylan, one thing you want to make sure that you do is don't turn the puck over anymore, more so than anything else. He was getting involved with Riker Evans. I don't know if that's what they want to do right now. Just keep it smart and keep it clean if you're Hershey. 12:59. We'll have to go in the third. John, I'm here with you on the solo call. Watching this on NHL Network, the AHL feed. Again, we got some off days in between those 4,000 something miles that we had in between the Edmonton Oilers and the 16 out of 7. He's been decent, but Hunter Shepard has been absolutely ridiculous here. He's going to need to keep that one going. There's Riley Sutter going to try to win this draw for Hershey. This one bounces as Firebirds able to win it back. They'll take it D to D. This is picked up across the blue line now. A couple stick chops, and this will be served ahead. Coachella now take the long flip, able to gain off the left side blue line. 12:35 left to go in the third. Time will become a factor at some point, probably in about 5 or 6 minutes, but not right now just yet. As this is knocked away from Student H. Lieberman will get it right back alongside Logan Day, his defensive partner, as this is knocked up in Trinidad. So some fourth line time here for Todd Nelson's squad. Able to get the interception right into neutral, and Day will send as this gets dumped in. Bounced up away for Devin Short. Able to go ahead and get the steal. Shore will get this across the left side blue line. Gain the red. There's a chance off the rush between the right side dot. It bounces before it ever hits Shepard. Now an opportunity here for the Bears. You're going to try to take this off an open side boards and carom it, but this will go all the way back. Off the back skate is Hardy on the Octel. We'll go ahead and get it across for Michael. Back to Octel. We'll get this right across neutral. Octel take a wrister. He scores! He snipes it from distance! Hardy on the Octel. It's a tie game. What a ridiculous goal. A couple of nasty ones from the Hershey Bears. And this guy is nasty on defense, I'll tell you that. Near the left side dot, his head up all the way. Snipes it top bar, top cheese, and in just inside the left circle. The defenseman off the rush. We're tied at dopes. Holy cow, what a shot that was. Jimmy Huntington trying to take this till he's already had a game in which he'd scored a couple. Now he gets a big one here. Bears, I think, are taking a penalty right after this. 1-7 left in the third. They get a chance to get it right back. So Grachella gets the power play. 25 left to go in the third. If this is a must score and they get this one, it can make them feel good and try to take it home. But that was an incredible shot for Hamanakto. Now this is a chance that gets lifted in front of traffic. This is picked up now by Cole Lynn, and I mentioned that with Drieger. If he gets some shots on him, might be able to find a. Should have been saved, but I still give Hamanakto full credit for that shot to tie this one up at 2. 1:30 left to go on the Firebirds power play. This is a big time for a kill right now for Hershey because they have a chance to find a way where they have not played all that well to still take game 5 and go up back to Hershey 3-2. This will be sent back down. Bears, no problem with this. 105 left to go on the Firebirds power play, so no shots just yet. This is a critical one right now. 1 for 14 they are in this series. That has got to change. Might as well start right now. Here's a chance that bounces. Goes off John Hayden. And this will be recollected away from Carrick. Opportunity short. Bears trying to make a play. Trying to keep some possession time at least. That's the smart play to do right now. As they'll throw this safely back into the Bears defense. And Hamanakto, who just scored the game-tying goal, will send it all the way back down the ice for Hershey. 30 seconds left to go. And the Firebirds 9:50 left to go in the third. All of a sudden, it's a tie game. This is now sent in. Left side, Hayden trying to find it. This will be sent back around by Dylan McElrath. Thought Dylan McElrath's turnover alongside for Hughes to Winterton. That was polished off past the glove of Shepard. You just find Hamanakto find an entry by himself just inside the left side dot and roofs that thing top bar and in. Here's an opportunity now. Logan Morrison. Morrison will spin. Now to the right side dot, pass across. This one gets knocked away from Ryan Winterton, who's already got one. Bears kill off the penalty. It's a 2-2 tie. The overtime might be looming. We're just past the halfway marker of the third. That would, especially because you do have the off day Sunday, so I can manage it. This is sent back around the inboards. One thing I can tell you with these joint calls, since I've been covering full games on this side, it's been a nice change of pace, and you're used to keeping the pipes warm. 8:55 left to go in the third. We'll take a break.
Prepared the same way for the long haul. Someone gives you all those stats to be able to say, okay, let's do this now. It's all about just training your mind to be as great as you can. So, be your strongest.
It's a gaming console. No console required.
You wonder if anything happened to us.
Take the kids.
Doesn't count. What you need is a will. Something you can sign and make official. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
AquisArena.com.
Yeah, most calculated. There's been lots of momentum shifts. Both teams have played extremely well in this hockey game. And it puts you in the fact that a game that's as important as this one is in this series. Bears scored with under a second during the tie game. Firebirds at the lead early in the third on a goal from Ryan Winterton. Down the wrist shot that fooled everyone. As this game tied up at 2. And a big Grant Fuhr at the top.
8:45 left to go in the third. Still just tied it Again, that answered a Ryan Winterton goal in the third. We were scoreless in the second. We're scoreless in the second for the first time in this series that we're going to have a scoreless period. Thing here in this game 5. It's a 2-2 series tie. See who's going to take this one. And they'll go have a lead or a deficit heading back to Hershey, Pennsylvania. Now back around for McElrath as he tries to make a play. 15 left to go in the third. Shots on goal are 26-18, so Hershey able to push a little bit to the pedal here. This is turned over. Try to the right side. Snively tries to lead this one across. Pick Firebirds. Able to intercept the other way. Morris Rister. This one goes up and on a play. 7:55 left to go in the third. John, here with the Calder Cup Finals Game 5 series tied at 2. Carrying this one on NHL Network. This has been a lot of fun to be. Who wins the Calder Cup again? Heroically last year was the Hershey Bears in Game 7. Coachella Valley in back-to-back finals as well. Really in their interim as a franchise alongside the Seattle Kraken. So pretty cool to see that early success. And there's been a lot of fun here at Acrisure Arena. Picked up and off the backhand Limoges. Able to get this one the other way as it's sent in. Now knocked away for Eric Dubé. There on the left side, good step up there alongside Jake Massey. Now picked up in between some skate blades for Coachella. Upside red line gets around a hit. Able to keep this one in for the right side dot. Here's a shovel toward the net. This one blocked. It goes loose. Balled in between some legs. Kept inside now as this is sent back around the end boards. It was trying to get picked up by Shane Wright. Prisky now in around. We'll send this for Jake Massey. Massey and Prisky, a pair of 2 and 22. We'll touch the puck. 6:55 left to Nelson's forwards take a change. This is a long, outstretched breakout here. They're trying to make sure they kill time and get all settled and diplomatic. It's picked up off the back pass. And Bears do not get any sort of power play as Mosnichenko gets halfway tripped. This will be sent the other way. So much more different than the 14 infractions that we had in Game 4. As this goes across the left side red line now. Opportunity to finish a hit for Mike Vecchione. Pass. This will be recollected and bounced up off in front as it hits some bodies. Firebirds try to jailbreak down the middle. This goes back in behind the inboards now for Shane Wright. Now to the right side of the cage. Rebound doesn't get there as the Bears able to softly put this one away from the glass and take their change. 6 minutes left to go in the third. We could have overtime here the way that this is going. Send now for Hunter Shepard. Marty Amana. He's got the game-tying goal right now as this one's sent in. Sent back around for Dylan McElrath. McElrath off the pin. He gets hit pretty good as the Firebirds settle it down in their own end. 5:40 left to go in this third. It's a 2-2 game and a 2-2 series. This is sent in across the right wing corner. Opportunity along the right side boards now. And behind the cage, it is with Coachella. Now on the high slot, spin and turn, shot. Good glove save for Shepard. And this goes up and on a play after. 5:25 left to go in the third. One more break. We're getting close to closing time here. Maybe in this third, we might need OT. Who knows?
Let your feet take you wherever your spirit wants to go. The one and only Hurricane lets you navigate any surface so you can go anywhere your heart desires. Redesigned from top to bottom, it truly stands alone. Now you can walk easier down whatever path you choose. Move forward with confidence at hurricane.com. Also available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Store more, share more. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Get a great deal on iPad and Apple.
It's tough going back to the opposition's goal in the Calder game. So it's something the Firebirds definitely want to do. They want to find a way to win the game.
Well, last game was a must-win for the Hershey Bears. I would say the same to be moderately true for this Firebirds squad.
They mentioned this just during the Coachella Valley broadcast in the sense of it. The last game they'll be covering Game 4 when Coachella was up 2-1 in the series, a must-win for the Bears. They got it. Now Coachella really needs this as a must-win because otherwise they have to go back to Hershey for 2 and win 2 games on the road. You don't really want to do that. Again, as I mentioned, the 2-3-2 format, really games at worst. As this is now 5 minutes left to go in the third. John Under with you on the call. This is picked up by Coachella. Able to just stay onside Lind. No, instead pivot back, throw it back to his defense. It needs to get all settled. 26-18. Hunter Shepard stops 24-26. 16 of 18 for Drager. Hunter Shepard has had another one of those games that we expect him to a very good AHL level goaltender. He's got some time with the Caps. I expect him to get more as a backup now for Trevor Lindgren. Now that Darcy Kemper's gone, he's earned it. 4:30 left to go in the third. This is off the backhand near the right side red line and sent back down. This will be Jake Massey alongside Prisky. Prisky here able to find the entry off a stick shot. This is a bounce away from Ethan Frank. And now Coachella has it right to the center of the ice. Might take this first shot here, but instead turn and pivot. There's a big slap shot from the point. This gets blocked. Setting on the right side of the wall. And Coachella spin and turn. We'll just send it in ever deeper across Hunter Shepard's cage. Left side just eludes a big time hit, does Jake Massey, able to push it ahead to his forwards. It's a 3-on-2. Here's an opportunity now for the Bears as this one goes just wide, trying to find Mike Vecchione. Firebirds will take their time in their net. We've said that a lot. A lot of these elongated breakouts here between Hershey and Coachella Valley. This is a big-time game here in this Game 5. You do not want to make any mistakes. Dylan McElrath already got burned for one. And that's why Ryan Winterton had to go ahead until it was Hardy Amanaktel doing it all himself. Here's a stick chop. Riker Evans was caught on a back skate. Here's a pass. They score! Right off the rush! And I told you, if you might have something. Jimmy Huntington is second of the game. And this one, with 3:15 left to go in the third, the Hershey Bears have a certain dramatic for heroics, especially late, in rebound control. That is very poor from Drager there. Might bury the Firebirds there. A little bit of one of these as he was waving that glove bye-bye as we're going back to Hershey. That's certainly the feeling. 3:15 left to go in the third. Huntington, second of the game. None bigger than that. Hardy Amanaktil and Huntington in this period. 3:05 left to go in the third. Drager slows it down. Now all of a sudden, Coachella Valley might have to pull the netminder. Amanaktil will fire it. This is now to the left side. Hershey Bears are going to be able to do this again. Score a critical goal in the third, score late goals. They've been doing this in games 4. They're doing it in game 5. Just when they need to find an answer, they seem to be able to snap their fingers and get it done. Still 2:40 left to go in this third. The Firebirds are desperate to go ahead and try to tie this one now. 2:30 left. Huntington and Hamanaktil, your goal scorers for Hershey, as now it's a 3-2 lead for the Bears. They're trying to take a 3-2 series lead back to Chocolatetown. They'll have 2 home games in which to close it out and win the Calder Cup. Dan Baalsma is coaching his last game for Coachella Valley. He's going to move up to the big leagues with the Seattle Kraken, but this one will definitely sting against the same opponent. Here's an opportunity. This is not far enough for icing as we start again with Kill Flurry. What can Coachella do? When are they going to pull Drager? Again, he hasn't been all that sharp. He had his best game the other night on Thursday, but he's looked more like his self, and that is not what Coachella Valley needs. They need goaltending. It's a bit of a downgrade, and I'm trying to say this in the nicest way, going from Drager to Joey DeCord. Joey DeCord is an absolute machine, and even though Seattle struggled, you couldn't blame it on him. He was one of the only reasons why they're winning games. They just couldn't score. Here's an opportunity, Huntington. They're on the draw. It's an offensive zone draw, so now they'll have to go left to right for Coachella, try to get Drieger out of the goal crease. 1:40 left to go in this third. These games have been fun, that's for sure. As this goes down near the right side, try to find a way to get it now as Coachella. The net is empty with the final 90 seconds left to go. It's too bad that Cooper Hopkins does not have an NHL network or access to it, because it would have been fun to be able to cover these games with him. But it's been more than nice to have him with me on the Stanley Cup Finals. Again, if it was a different world, him and I would be calling some of these games professionally and having a good time with it. I enjoy having a bunch of other people join in, but I also like keeping it professional too, is what we talked about. Picked up from a neutral zone draw. Who is going to get it here with 90 seconds? Hershey, Hardy Amanaktil, and Jimmy Huntington. As this one's picked up off the dive. Coachella now. We'll have to start this as the clock continues to burn away for the Firebirds. They need a goal. They got 1:10 left to do so to tie this one. It's a one-goal game as it's sent in. A good body contact there from the Firebirds. Cole Lynn trying to get it loose. It's a very good shot opportunity for Shane Wright, and this one gets rifled just high. Maybe bounced off of Hunter Shepard as well. Dan Baalsma going to go ahead and take the TO for the Firebirds. Going to get another breather. He is 1:03 away from doing everything he can to be lock and key for his team. He just continues to get the from that Game 7 overtime win against Coachella last year for a couple games now. Hunter Shepard, I know it's kind of a fringe NHL goaltender, but I do think he's been good enough to get some time as OT when he joined in. He mentioned that too. But he is the truth in the AHL. He's pretty good. He deserves to get some NHL time. I think he will alongside Charlie Lindgren. I know it's going to be a little bit different with PLD. Maybe the Caps make the playoffs. Maybe they don't again. Well, Hunter Shepard should be getting some time in the spotlight. He's been good. Again, the event is free and open to the public. The Game 6 watch party that starts on Monday. I think the doors will open 3 p.m. on their side of the time because the game is 6 Eastern. It's a 3-hour difference. First come, first serve, so that's pretty cool. Shane Wright trying to take this draw. 6-on-5, 1:03 left. He wins it. And this will go back around toward the left side red line. Who's going to get Hershey? Will get chase. Riker Evans going to get back in his own end. Riker off the spin, trying to get around the referee. Down to 40 seconds for Coachella. They don't Hershey, Pennsylvania, but that's might be what's going to happen here. Hardy Almanach had goal. This is picked up now near the left side in. Coachella can't do anything with it. This goes all the way back for an icing. 26 seconds left to go in this game. Your score line. If you've missed this one on a Saturday night, I know there's many things to do. You've missed a good one. If not, if you've joined in, appreciate it. Hershey, 26 seconds away from winning back-to-back games on the road and taking a 3-2 advantage back to Chocolate Town to try to get back-to-back Calder Cups against the Coachella Valley Firebirds. It's the Washington Capitals affiliate against the Seattle Kraken. Riker Evans clubs on it. This will get again. It's a race for the puck and another icing with 17 seconds left. Hershey nursing a 1-goal lead, and it could get even better if they score one on an empty netter. What say this, way less penalties than the 14 infractions that we had in Game 4. A little more pace to this one. Coachella Valley played a pretty with the counterattack and key times to shoot, and Chris Strieger, I just don't think is as good as Hunter Shepard. I can say that as plain as day. Here is Cameron Hughes. He fumbled it. Try to get this back to the right side red line. It's a bouncing puck. Here is toward the right side of the cage. Hunter Shepard in the butterfly. Down to 4. Hershey pins it against the boards. And they're going back to Chocolatetown with a 3-2 series lead and a 3-2 victory as they take game 5. And now all of a sudden the fist might fly. Cole Lane wants a piece of somebody. Artie Amanoctil and all getting involved as this is getting a little nasty at the end of this game. Some of the fans don't even care about trying to see the fights at the end of it. Cameron Hughes, Cole Lind, they're throwing punches, and things are getting very physical here as Max McCormick has a hold of somebody as well. That was Artie Amanoctil. Trev wants a piece of Cameron Hughes. I think all told, though, nothing's going to come of it. So it's a 3-2 series lead and a 3-2 win. Hershey Bears take back-to-back games on the road. They really came up clutch. Artie Amanoctil and Jimmy Huntington in this third period. That seals the deal. And now a closeout game 6 for the Hershey Bears. 2 chances on home ice. Coachella Valley is going to have to clutch up, but I just don't know if Hunter Shepard can play like this. I will see you guys on Monday night. It's unfortunate that this closeout game is also played on Monday alongside Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. But that's just what we have. So I'll be alongside Alec Nava, Cooper Hopkins. This is John Out signing off. I'll see you Monday about 8:15. Talk to you guys then. This was fun. If Coachella Valley gets it to 7, I'll see you on Wednesday to finish this one off. Peace.
Thanks so much for watching our coverage of the AHL playoffs. Stay tuned to NHL Network as we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Appreciate it. Thank you for following along. I hope you have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Again, 8:15 Eastern. It should be a party. Hope you guys stick around for Game 7. We'll see if Edmonton or Florida wins it all. Peace. If this does get a win for Coachella Valley in Game 6, I will see you Wednesday.